That's crazy. Okay, here we go. All right. I was in the middle of like some epic speech, and then I realized I didn't hit the go live button. So I was just talking into my mic and I was not streaming at all. That should show you the mental state that I'm in right now. This is genuinely insane. This is crazy. The Minnesota Vikings are about to play for the number one seed in the NFC, home field advantage throughout the playoffs, the NFC North Division title. Man, I don't even know what else to say, right? I mean, I feel like there's just been so much hype leading up to this game. Some are saying it's like one of the biggest regular season games ever, right? This is the first time two 14-win teams have ever met in NFL history. Winner gets the one seed and a bye. Loser has to go on the road next week. These two teams have kind of been rivals, you know, kind of going back and forth a little bit. I mean, it's just, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what to say, man. Sorry, I got an Evite. I'm doing well. Good to see you guys in here. Game solved in Pair Champ. As always, you guys know the drill, right? If you're in here, feel free to say hello in chat. Game solved saying, why can't the NFC North just be friends? That's just not in our nature, man. I don't know what else to say. You know, the real friends, I tried to make a joke there. Like the real friends were the friends we made along the way. But, nah, man, there's no friends here today. And all respect to all the Lions fans in here. I know we have plenty of Lions fans in here. Here's what I'll say. May the best team win, right? Whoever wins today earned it absolutely fair and square. You know, it sucks that the loser has to go on the road, right? But I will accept it either way. If we have to go on the road next week, so be it. We should have beat the Lions. You know, it's as simple as that. You got to win this game. This is the one that matters the most. It's like an early playoff game, man. It is insane. But I'll get to my pick here in a sec. But I can't lie. I've been kind of numb to this throughout most of the day. I don't know. It's been kind of weird, right? Like it didn't really hit me, you know, and I'd been thinking about this game all week. But for like the past hour, it has just hit me like a truck. The magnitude of this game, the fact that this game is about to happen, the fact that the Vikings are playing for the number one seed. And I have been pacing around my place like a caged tiger at the zoo for like the past 30 minutes. I've got a full bottle of water with me. Things are saying, Doc, I won't be in stream. I'll be watching the game with my homies, but much love to y'all, and you're rooting for the Vikings. Let's go. Well, I appreciate you even popping in here and saying hi. That really means a lot to me, and I love the Vikings support too. Hey, go have fun with the homies, though. Watching the game with the homies. I could say I'm watching the game with the homies right now. We got 8 people in here. Good turnout early on. We got Jack Gothberg in here too. Let's go. Skull Vikings, right? That's my Vikings fan friend right there. Well, I mean, he's just like one of my close friends in real life, but good to have a Vikings fan in here representing, asking, is that Van Ginkel? It is, you know? I thought long and hard about what jersey to wear for today, right? Ultimately, I went with the Ginky. Go full circle, right? Week 1 of the season, we started the season off wearing the Andrew Van Ginkel jersey. It set the tone for what's been a magic carpet ride. Andrew Van Ginkel, the Pro Bowler, Mr. Ginky himself. So you know what? We're going to do full circle. We're going to rock the Van Ginkel tonight. I mean, this one is just so sick too. I know they're not wearing the Vikings Classic today. They're wearing their whites. I thought about the Jefferson, but we're going to pull out the Van Ginkel, and maybe for the playoffs, we'll pull out the jacket. I mean, you pull out the jacket for special occasions, you know, but we got Caden in here too. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, Caden. Good to have you in here saying, can proudly say I won both of my fantasy leagues this year. Oh, let's go. Look at that. Hey, you get the money in the money league, right? You know, hopefully you get that. Well, I don't want to spill the tea. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. No one knows these people, but let's just say hopefully everyone paid up in that one league, but way to go. Look at that. Killing it in the fantasy game. Game Solve saying, what did you think of the Lions playing their starters on Monday Night Football last week? You know, I respect it, right? I understand, like, man, it's a risky thing to do, right? And you see even Amon-Ra get, like, a little shaken up, and he'd end up being fine, right? But it's like, man, with all the injury problems the Lions have already had this year, and that game, I mean, it legitimately meant nothing as far as seeding went, right? But I can respect Dan Campbell for being like, you know what? This is what we do. We play to win every game. This is why I go for it on 4th down. This is why I do this. This is why I do that. And this is why we're going to play our starters. I respect it, right? And the fact that they got out of it unscathed, no serious injuries, I mean, that certainly helps. But I mean, that's just what they do, man. As a player, I bet that you'd respect that too, right? Like, of course you want to play if you're like, I don't know, Amon-Ra St. Brown or Jahmyr Gibbs, right? And it was against the 49ers, so that one meant a lot to them. So I don't hate it. It was risky. It was very risky, but I get it. I get it, but that's a good question. But you know, and they're already on a short week too. That's kind of tough, right? They have one less day to prep and rest, but you get the feeling they'll be ready. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference. They'll be ready regardless. But Jack is asking why I'm still in his room. Yeah, you and Moose, right? In your territory right here. We're missing the inflatable mattress behind me, but yeah. Pair Champ saying rest in peace to the Bengals. Bo Nix versus Josh Allen in the playoffs. Should be fun to watch that one. That's a sneaky good matchup right there. I don't think that game is going to be a blowout by any means. And I'll dive into that a little bit more. I mentioned this in the Discord. I'm going to do a little plug for that, right? I've got the Discord. Go check out the link tree in my bio or the community post that I made if you guys are into that kind of thing. Got a community Discord now, but made an announcement. If you're in there, you'd see it first, but going to be going live on Thursday as well, and we'll be filling out the playoff bracket and maybe playing a game or two. I've got a fun idea for that, so that should be pretty fun too. But Eagles didn't get in, but I mean, hey, don't lose to the Patriots, I guess, right? You know, don't miss all those kicks against the Chargers. Don't, you know, lose all these close games to the Ravens. I mean, if even one went their way, they would have got in. It's unfortunate. It's kind of unlucky, but also like, I mean, it's on them, right? It's on them. So tough, but oh, Caden saying not everyone is paid up. Hey, Doc, out of curiosity, who got last in that one league? Yeah, whatever. All right. I might have got last in one of my leagues. Not my best year. It was tough, man. I don't know what else to say. I had a few stinkers. Marvin Harrison Jr. ended up not being the beast that I thought he would be. I mean, I even had like Josh Allen in that league, but it just straight up didn't matter. Yeah. What can you do, man? What can you do? I don't know what else to say. It is tough. And to answer your question, Caden, I will get that to you here, maybe after this game here today, to answer your question that you just asked me. But, oh, we got a Sean back in here too. Good to have you back in here. Welcome to the stream. Saying, hot take, Broncos defense is the only defense equipped to stop Josh Allen out of the Bengals, Dolphins, and Broncos. Oh, absolutely right. I mean, it's by far the best defense of the three. They're very strong up front. I think it's going to be a very good battle in the trenches, that Broncos defensive line versus the Bills offensive line. And you look at the trenches on the other side. I don't know. You know, maybe this Broncos offensive line can get some push. The Bills defense has been a little up and down this year. There's some talent on it, but you can get them a little bit. I don't know. Sean Payton will have a good game plan. And hey, I can't lie. I got to admit, Bo Nix played pretty well today. I can't lie. He played pretty well. Maybe I'll move him up over Caleb now. But always been a contentious quarterback throughout the season. But hey, no, he played some good football today. I can't deny that whatsoever. Pair Champ saying shout out to Mike Evans for getting his 1,000 yards for 11 straight seasons. That was so sick. I'm so happy for him. You know, I might end up making a short about this, right? But I think it's cool. You know, you can have this cynical take of, well, 1,000 yards is just an arbitrary number, and you know, it's just he's never been a first-team All-Pro. I don't know, dude. I think it's cool. He's had a great, consistent career. He's had an underrated peak almost. Like, a lot of people think, like, oh, he just barely gets there every year, you know? Like, nah, dude, he's had some legit elite seasons, and he would have crushed it this year if he wasn't injured. So I'm happy for him. Yeah, you can be like, oh, they're stat padding for him when the game is in hand, but come on. It's pretty cool. He's been a Buck for life. You know, he means a lot to the organization. I'm happy for him. It was awesome. Game Solve saying mock draft season. Hey, Jaguars, what do they have? The third, fourth pick maybe, right? Something like that. Hey, let's go Jags. You know, there's nothing wrong with a nice little mock draft once the season winds down. But anyways, we've got about 5 minutes, actually 10 minutes. It's 8:20. They're going to make us wait just a little bit more. But we've got about 10 minutes till this game starts. Let's talk about it a little bit. So, Vikings, Lions in Detroit last time these two teams played. It came down to a last-second field goal. We've seen some good battles between these two teams recently. With everything on the line, I've picked against the Vikings a lot. I keep picking against them. I keep picking against them. I keep picking against them. Not tonight. I'm taking the Vikings. I honestly think the Vikings have a great shot to win this game tonight. I think it's going to be close. I think there's going to be a lot of points. I'm certainly not counting out Detroit. I mean, you could still argue they're the best team in the NFL, even with all the injuries that they have. But I like the way that Minnesota matches up against Detroit right now. I think that there's just a lot of things that the Vikings can kind of pick at and exploit. It might come down to the Vikings defense, right? Because here's what I'll say. The biggest thing that concerns me is this Vikings defense versus the Lions offense. I know that they've been great this year, and I'm not even going to say the classic, well, I'm scared about them running the ball down our throat, which I seem to do every week, right? Certainly on the menu too. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs has kind of owned the Vikings. But to me, the biggest thing is that Ben Johnson has just had Brian Flores' number in the passing game, right? I mean, it's been the same story now the past 3 times these teams have met. The Lions will just pepper the middle of the field, and it's a lot of in-breaking routes, right? You know, if you follow Luke Braun on Twitter, he's been on this beat the whole time. But the dagger concept is really what has just killed the Vikings. The Lions will spam it, right? You have your slot receiver, just run a seam route. He's just clearing it out. And then you have the outside receiver, just break in, do a little dig route, right? The slot receiver is going to carry people clear out, in route behind him, right? And with the way that Brian Flores runs his defense, all the funky fronts, right? Loading it up. Sometimes he'll drop defensive linemen back, right? But regardless of what they do, there's just a lot on these linebackers, just a lot of space to cover in the middle of the field. And oftentimes it is just like Blake Cashman out on an island. And, you know, the Vikings didn't even have Blake Cashman when they played last time, right? But there is a lot of space, like 8 to 12 yards down the middle of the field. And man, that's where Goff likes to throw the ball. That's where Ben Johnson likes to dial up these plays. You know, you got Laporta, Amon-Ra. They're so great at those in-breaking routes. Even Jamison Williams can get some yards after the catch. That is the thing that concerns me the most. That and this Lions offensive line is sick. And I mean, I've said this the whole year, right? The way to slow down this passing game is pressure Goff by rushing 4. And good luck with that. I mean, that's just incredibly hard to do. Grenard has been playing great ball. I mean, a lot of it is going to come down to him. Can he win his matchup against Decker or Sewell? We'll see. But offensively for the Vikings, I think they can absolutely score with the Lions, right? I mean, again, another thing I've kind of been saying, this Lions defense is pretty good, but you can get them a little bit. They've invested a lot at corner. It's still not perfect. A lot of man coverage, right? Good receivers can beat that. Jefferson can beat that. Jefferson's had a great track record against this Lions defense, you know? Sam Darnold playing some excellent football right now. And it sucks that it comes down to this, but you look at the Lions defensive front, how banged up they are right now, right? No Hutchinson, no Aleem McNeil, no Mekhi Wingo. DJ Reader is back, but they're just significantly lighter up front. And that's just been maybe the biggest strength of this Lions defense. So you can attack those areas a little bit more. I'm going to go with the Vikings, man. I have to, right? I know I've been picking against them. I'm going to say Vikings 33, Lions 30. I think we're going to be in for a really, really good game. I think these are 2 of the best teams in the NFL. I think regardless of what happens, both these teams have the ceiling of winning the Super Bowl. And I'm stressed. I'm terrified. But more than anything else, I'm excited. I think this is going to be an awesome one. I will stop yapping now. I made my pick. Let's go check in with chat. But I'm locking it in right now. Vikings 33, Lions 30. I see we've got Sebastian in here. Hey, best of luck to you, man. May the best team win. Hey, how about this, huh? Look at us. Look at our teams, man. The class of the NFC right there. Let's go. Saying he's just making supper. He'll join once he's done. Hey. Appreciate it. As always, good to have you in here. Let's go. Is Sean saying all the overs have been bet in this game? Oh, yeah. I mean, you have to, right? You're looking at the over-under right now. It's 51.5. I believe that's the biggest one of the week. You know, I know some friends that might have put together some stuff for this game on certain apps, right? A lot of overs. I don't hate it. A lot of points, a lot of yards, a lot of fireworks. Man, this game is going to rock so hard. I just hope it's a good game above all else. I mean, well, above all else, I hope for a glorious Vikings victory. But man, if we're going to lose, let's make it close at least. Let's make it look like we belong. I think we will, though. I think we will. Whew. All right. Man, this is how I'm feeling. I can't even imagine how a player might be feeling right now. This is insane. But Pear Champ saying Jaden Daniels versus Baker Mayfield is going to be a tough playoff game to pick who wins. Should be a shootout. Yeah, we've got some of the playoff matchups coming in now, right? We've got a rematch of week 1. We've got the Bucks versus the Commanders. Man, how different that game will feel now, right? Week 1, it was like, the Bucks could be sneaky. They could maybe still steal the division. I was obviously super low on the Commanders coming into the year, and then the Bucks kind of laid the wood on them, and I thought, wow, like, that Commanders defense doesn't look so hot. Nah, we should have a fun one there in Tampa. That's going to be a good game. 2 very good offenses going at it. I could see that being another game where like you flirt with like both teams getting 30 points, right? 2 really good offenses, 2 defenses that are not bad, but you can kind of get them a little bit. So yeah, that's going to be a good one. We got the Packers versus the Eagles. That should be a great one. Another week 1 rematch, right? Probably 2 of the better teams in the NFC. Yeah. Oh, we're going to have some good games. I think the AFC side is already all the way set too. I mean, it really just comes down to this, right? If the Vikings win, they get a bye. If not, they play the Rams. Same goes for the Lions. So we'll see a rematch on that side too. But we got Goat Kid in here. Let's go. Saying good evening, Duck. Good evening to you, Goat Kid. Good to have you in here. How about your Bills? Hey, you lost today, but do you really care, right? I mean, you got the 2 seed locked up, right? You're feeling good. Once again, after all the doom and gloom, they lost this guy and that guy. Here we go. Buffalo's going to be hosting a playoff game. Once again, man, they're inevitable. 13-4. Isn't that insane? Like, it's been a while since they've had 13 wins, it feels like. I guess 2022 they did, but still, I mean, they had a far better record this year than they did last year. They're a dangerous team, dude. They beat the Chiefs already once this year. Man, can we just start this game already? 8-17. I mean, they're just keeping me waiting. I know there was some boos ringing out as the Vikings ran out. Again, man, this has been inevitable, right? I mean, you look throughout the history between these 2 teams ever since Dan Campbell got here. You've got the Hawkinson trade. You've got the JMO trade. You've got all these close games, the chippiness and everything. I mean, it's very fitting that it's going to lead to an epic duel on Sunday Night Football, the final game of the regular season. Can you guys believe that, man? Can you guys believe that? One final regular season game. Then it's the playoffs, and then it's all gone. Man. Game Solve saying, which team playing tonight has the better skill players? Offense minus QB and O-line. Oh, I'm going to lean Vikings. I don't know. I think that Addison, Jefferson, Hawkinson, and Aaron Jones is just a little bit, emphasis on a little bit, but a little bit better than Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, Laporta, and Gibbs. Man, it's close though. I mean, if you want to do like straight up like which side is better, right? Running back, I'd say Lions. I think Gibbs is a little bit better than Jones. And obviously if Montgomery was healthy, then I would say like I might actually pick the Lions if Montgomery was healthy, but we'll say Gibbs over Aaron Jones, Jefferson over Amon-Ra St. Brown. Addison versus Jameson Williams is honestly fairly close, I think, and that's been a big debate between these 2 fan bases. I won't necessarily write off Jameson Williams. I think he's turned into a great receiver. I'm going to slightly lean Addison, though. Tight end, I will say, that one's kind of close too. I might lean Laporta over Hawkinson. I think Laporta's just got a little bit more juice after the catch. You could argue Hawkinson's a slightly better blocker. That one's about even. I wouldn't fault you for going either way. I might still lean Laporta, though. I know it's been a bit of a quote-unquote quieter year for him. Sewell at halfback. How about Sewell at receiver, man? I mean, that's just what killed us, right? That freaking throw to Sewell to ice the game to get the first down. I mean, that's what really started things, right? A classic Ben Johnson trick play, man. What does he have in store for us today? Also, why is ESPN saying the game has started? Oh, yeah, he did get there. Nah, he's been really good this year, man. He's a good player. He can play. He's a good wide receiver. He's more than a deep threat, too. I mean, he has blossomed into like a legit guy that can win on like these shorter and intermediate route concepts, right? You could run dagger with Jameson Williams, too, and just watch him rack up 20 yards after the catch. Absolutely. So he might be a little dangerous tonight. I'm a little worried about him. I know the Vikings have a few injuries. I mean, Fabian Moreau, excuse me, is out, whatever. But, Byron Murphy's a pretty good corner, but I don't know. Gilmore's all right. I might worry a little bit about Gilmore if he's guarding JMO on a deep route, though. That scares me a little bit. I could see Jamison Williams getting like a 50-yard touchdown on Gilmore. I think that could be on the menu tonight, but we'll see. We got Ryan Asty in here. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, Ryan Asty, saying, "Oh man, oh man, oh man." Hey, how about it? The Bucks doing it again. Hey, Tampa Bay. The Bucks know how to shine. You called it. You nailed it. The Bucks are indeed going back to the playoffs as divisional champs. Respect to you, man. It was my NFL season prediction stream, right? And you said, "Hey, I don't know, man. People are kind of sleeping on the Bucks. They still got a pretty good team. Everyone's ready to crown the Falcons." And you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. So respect to you, respect to the Bucks. We were just talking about that potential Bucks versus Commanders playoff matchup. That's going to be electric. I think we're going to have some great playoff games. Pairchamp saying if the Lions lose 3 week 1 rematches in the playoffs, Packers, Eagles, Commanders, Bucks, Lions, Rams. Funny how that would work out. Would Stafford get his revenge from last year? I mean, obviously, besides the Vikings getting the 1 seed, right? I'm rooting for that. I would love another round of Stafford versus the Lions. I mean, you want to talk about another sort of budding rivalry, right? A lot of chippiness between those two organizations a little bit, right? I mean, hey, you got the Stafford revenge angle. You got the Goff revenge angle too, right? He has every bit as much to prove. I mean, hey, he's proven at this point, right? Like he's the guy, right? But still, another chance to stick it to his old team that cast him off versus Stafford trying to, maybe get back after he's received some heat and maybe his family's received some heat a little bit, right? There's just a lot of juice in that matchup, man. And as a neutral football enjoyer, if we're just going to remove the whole I want the Vikings to get the 1 seed, as a neutral football enjoyer, Lions versus Rams, that would be sick. I mean, come on. I would enjoy Lions versus Rams more than Vikings versus Rams. That would be a fun rematch too, right? You got KOC going up against Sean McVay, 2 really good offenses. We had a great game last time these 2 teams met, but come on. I don't know. I want another round of Lions-Rams, personally. I think that would be pretty intense. Here we go, man. It's about time. We're about time to start this game. Here we go. NFL history. First time ever. 14-2 versus 14-2. We've got the scoreboard pulled up now. We might have to adjust it, once the game starts just to have the time and stuff on there. We'll see. I tried to adjust that before going live, but what else is there to say, man? What else is there to say? Let's see if it updated on here. It did. Let's go. I don't need to refresh or anything. Ryan Ass is saying, I've said it. Vita Vea's chip tooth is coming. Are we doing a halftime immaculate grid? Yeah, we will. Let's do it. Yeah. This is the last game of the regular season. Let's do it. Let's do it. Game Solve saying, I don't know, man. I've been watching film day in, day out. That Lions OC has major potential. Maybe if he keeps his head up, he could get some media attention. It's a shame that nobody talks about him. Hey, maybe future Jaguars coach. Although I've got to take, I don't know, man. I think he stays another year. I think he's going to stay. Rams, Chiefs 2018 vibes. Well, let's hope we get another classic like that. All right, here we go, man. Lions are starting with the ball. All right, let's set the tone early, defense. I've got the Ginky on. Here we go. Big first drive right here. Again, this Ben Johnson Lions offense, not going to lie, has kind of killed us. I'm going to turn off this monitor to the left of me so that I don't get stuff spoiled. But this Lions offense has kind of killed us under Brian Flores. It'd be nice if we could get a stop here on this first drive. It'd be nice to see. Let's see. Start out with Gibbs. And again, he's just, I swear, man, Gibbs has an insane ankle-breaking juke against us every time we play. Or he'll hit some crazy spin move or something. He's so good, dude. I said it last year. He might lead the league in making defenders look stupid. He is an electric runner. I think he might be a top 5 back. We got Gabe in here. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, Gabe, saying, go Bucks indeed. It's inevitable, right? 4 straight division titles, back in the playoffs. Man, what else is there to say? The 3 seed. Kind of crazy. There's J-Mo on a little bit of a bubble right there. There you go. Wrap him up. Jihad Ward fired up, thumping his chest early. Here we go. First third down of the game right here. Time to play the game of what is Brian Flores going to dial up. Again, this is honestly where Ben Johnson has been buttering his bread right here. It's 3rd and 5. You can just hit a little in route over the middle of the field. This is the spot to do it right here. What have we learned from these past matchups, right? Are we going to bring some heat? Are we going to try and frazzle Goff? Or do we think that we can win rushing 4? Because it is so dangerous to try and blitz the Lions, man. They just get open so quickly. All their guys are so good after the catch. Vikings rush 4 there. Man, come on, tackle him. No way, dude. Gibbs got him. That's what I'm saying, man. He's just so good in the open field. We had him. It's just a little dump off 3 yards down the field, and he just hits another gear. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You got Blake Cashman on him, the linebacker. Does a fairly good job staying with them right there. I mean, he gets him with a little bit of a stiff arm right there. Goodness. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Hits him with the stiff arm. I mean, you might expect like a spin move or something, but pulling out the power there early, that's just so tough, dude. So those 3rd and 5s we got to actually get. Now they'll go back to him. There we go. All right, tackle for loss. Gibbs or Bijan for the next 5 years? That is a good question. I still might lean Bijan. I know Gibbs is, and I say this, like they're both flashy and they're both like well-rounded players. I just love Bijan's vision so much, man. I was watching a lot of that Falcons game today. Just how patient he is behind the line of scrimmage. Just very Le'Veon Bell-esque, you know, like he doesn't hit full speed until like 3 seconds into the play. He's just such a vet, you know, and it's only his 2nd year. He's also really good out in the open field. He's a great receiver, and I think he's a little bit better in pass protection too. But both great backs, but I might say like Bijan is RB3, Gibbs is like RB5 or something. It's close though. But we got Cam in here as well. Let's go, saying Skull, giving some support right there. Hey, let's go, Skull. I can endorse that message, absolutely. Hey, you're Steelers, man. Back in the playoffs. I wonder how you're feeling about that right now. You know, it's obviously tough to be going in on a losing streak, right, man? What's your Mike Tomlin take these days? I'm curious, but yeah, we do got a few Bucks fans in here. We got Friday in here saying I've got a nice voice. I appreciate it. Thank you, Friday. Welcome to the stream. Here we go. 3rd and 8. Dog, they're gonna run on 3rd and 8. Please make them pay. Grenard, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Jonathan Grenard. Bang. 3rd and 8, they tried to run it on us. I respect the stones right there, Ben Johnson. They'll do that, man. They'll pull out a run on 3rd and long, and they'll get you a lot of the time. Look at that. He tried the stiff arm again. Grenard ain't losing that one, though. Man, all right. Defense getting off the field early. That's a good sign right there. 4th and 2, 3rd downs. Getting the stop on the 2nd one, we'll take it. And it's too far for them to fake it. You know they'll have some shenanigans up their sleeves, but that is a big stop for the defense right there. All right, just catch this cleanly. There we go. Oh, he slipped. At least he held on to the ball. Whatever. We got the ball. That's all I really care about. Yeah, it's tough he slipped. Yeah, we're pinned back a little bit. Come on, Sam. Get to work. Get to work. All right. Game Solve saying, which outcome would be most likely to make Ben Johnson leave Detroit? A loss today and an early playoff exit, a good playoff run, or a Super Bowl win? I think it would be a Super Bowl win, right? I honestly think he's going to stick around until they win a ring, right? I mean, I don't know the guy personally, obviously, right? But just like, I almost hit my microphone there. Just like some of the stuff you read about him, right? Just the way he carries himself. I don't know. I could see him just wanting to kind of be like a scheme lord, right? Like he's Dan Campbell's evil scientist, right? He just gets to sit in a dark room and draw up these trick plays and grind tape, right? Like that's what he does, you know, and that's actually one thing I'm thinking about covering in my next video, right? Something about this, like some guys are just coordinators and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like if Ben Johnson just wants to be a coordinator, nothing wrong with that. Now, obviously, as a Vikings fan, it would be pretty sick if he left the division, but I think he's gonna stay, to be honest, right? And you got to imagine Dan Campbell's gonna be a sick coach to work with, so I would be surprised if he left, to be honest with you. If he wanted to, he would have left already. But Cam saying, can't take a good coach for granted. Tough stretch of games. Just need a big playmaker, honestly, this offseason. Basically just meeting expectations every year, never exceeding. Yeah, that makes sense, right? I mean, the offense is kind of built through, well, I hope George Pickens goes for like 100 yards today, right? Or I hope Mike Williams gets this jump ball because, like, that's really all you got. And, it's tough. I get like some Steelers fans are like, man, like we can never like get a top prospect. But again, like, you could let Tomlin go and like, okay, who are you going to bring in, right? So I get that. I like Tomlin a lot. I don't know. He seems like a funny guy and he's been around for a long time. You can poke at the whole, oh, it's just a gimmick that they have a winning record every year. But I don't know, man. It's tough to go away from that, right? But we'll see. We'll see. Ron Arnold's in here. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, Ron. Saying, get the feeling that Darnold is coming out slinging. I hope so, man. I sure hope so. Lovato can't join the party today. Just passing by to leave a comment and wish good and Gabe asking, what's the best movie of all time? Oh, we got Django and Inglourious Bastards. No Country for Old Men. That's a good one, too. And The Godfathers. Take it you're a big Tarantino fan, right, Asti? I'll say my personal all-time favorite movie is Good Will Hunting. That and probably Interstellar are my two favorites. But I actually just watched Interstellar again a couple nights ago. But those are probably my two favorites. All right, here we go. It's loud. 1st and 10 for the Vikes. What do we got here? I like running on first down. Nice. Test that defensive front, right? They're just a little bit thinner. No Lee McNeil's just such a big loss. I like the first down run. Let's test it. 2nd and short, I want to see a Jefferson deep shot at some point today. I think you got to unload the clip. I want 15 Jefferson targets today. Just feed him. Did Hawkinson hold on? He did. Good catch. I said this last week too. I get it's not that simple. I get it's not just, oh, you can throw it to Jefferson every play. But man, in a must-win game, he's the best receiver on the planet. You got to get him the ball. You just have to get him the ball. He's been so good against the Lions in his career. I don't know, man. If he's on Terrion Arnold, right? Chuck it to him deep. Test the rook. We got CJ Hammond now. I think we might run it here. No, play action. There you go. Jefferson on a screen. Nice. Get him involved early. We'll take a nice solid 5 yards right there. Parachamp with a good question. I missed this earlier. I'm so sorry. I'm glad that you post these again so I can remember to get to them. But Parachamp asking, do I think this is the best Vikings team I've ever seen in my life? I still might lean the 2009 team, but I don't know. That's tough, right? I don't know. That 2009 team, it didn't have as good of a record, but I don't know. Favre was so good. Prime Adrian Peterson, rookie Percy Harvin, Sidney Rice, great offensive line, and then Jared Allen, the Williams wall, Antoine Winfield Sr. I still might lean 2009, but this might be number 2. I would take this team over the 2017 team for sure. Darnold is playing out of his mind. The receivers are so good, and the defense is so well coached and has got a lot of high-end talent, but I still might lean 2009. Also, a little bit of a nostalgia bump, too. But is Sean asking, where would Ben Johnson want to go? See, that's a good question, right? He wants, organizational synchronization or whatever. It's kind of hard to find in a team that fired their head coach. There you go. Dump off to Jones for the first down. Nice. All right. Just keep moving those chains. Just slow and steady wins the race, right? Just keep getting those first downs. Keep that Lions offense off the field. Take the crowd out of it a little bit. I like it. Antoine Winfield Sr., yeah. Gabe saying, I get the feeling the doctor is handsome. And also, it didn't pass the Bechdel test. Oh, yeah, No Country for Old Men. This movie's so boring. Nothing has happened. Game solved asking, biggest Pro Bowl snub? I'm going to say Trent McDuffie. If I had a vote for first team All-Pro, I would have voted him first team All-Pro personally. I'm surprised he didn't make the Pro Bowl, to be honest. And he's on the Chiefs, and he's got the name recognition and, the Chiefs are a well-known team. I'm surprised he didn't get it, but I would love another Jalen Naylor legacy game. Ryan Aston saying, speaking of Mike Tomlin, he was our Bucks DBs coach. Dude, that Bucks coaching staff, when they won the Super Bowl that first year, is honestly insane. I might have to go look it up at some point. There are so many big name coaches that were on that coaching staff. It was honestly insane. Ron saying, Lions defense was bombed out last week. They need to show up tonight. Yeah, San Francisco really got them. Yeah. Oh, now what? Ah. Yeah, there's like 9 flags that came in at one time. That crowd is still loud. You know, there's a lot of talk about the Vikings are dropping big money to get some tickets for their season ticket holders and a lot of purple coming in, but let's not make any mistakes, man. This is going to be a very loud and tough environment all game long. Yeah, can't be doing that, man. Can't be doing that. 2nd and 9, though, at least. I mean, that's why it's nice to get that big first down play. Now it's like we got a 1-yard play on first down. I got to get some of these yards back, though. I do not want to be facing 3rd and 9. Got Hernan in here, too. Let's go. Saying Skull, showing some love. Let's go. Gah. Come on, man. All right. Well, here we go. 3rd and 9. This is going to be a big test for that Lions pass rush, right? Just kind of been waiting for the other shoe to drop. Oh, will they miss Hutch? Oh, will they miss Hutch? And for the longest time, they haven't. And obviously bringing in Zadarius Smith has helped. But here you go. First big test right here, right? This Vikings offensive line has been pretty good throughout the year. Obviously, they missed Christian Darrisaw. Zadarius was talking crazy about how he can't wait. He just can't wait to show out against his old team, which you could say that about like half the teams in the NFL. But here we go. Got to get that snap off. Can we keep Darnold clean? He's got a clean pocket. Come on. Oh, Hawkinson. Would have been a tough catch. That was like a very 2022 Hawkinson-esque play, right? It's a tough catch. And I'm not going to say, oh, what a terrible, terrible drop by him, right? But it's like, man, like the top tier upper echelon tight ends, it'd be nice if they brought in like one of those. That hasn't been as big of a problem for him this year, though. But, man, it was there. Could have been a slightly better ball by Darnold, but tough to see a penalty kind of kill that drive right there. Lions going to get the ball back now. Sabotage. Oh, yeah, the double agent. Lions fans have been having their fun with TJ Hawkinson. I get it, right? He said some crazy stuff about the Lions on his way out, but all right, we'll live with that. Pin them inside the 30, right? Worse starting field position than their first drive. Oh, all right, 0-0, 2 possessions in. I'm not going to lie, my heart is beating so fast right now. It's a little embarrassing, man, how fired up I've been for this game, but what can you do? Yeah, Hawkinson sabotaged. I guess now I can turn on my other monitor since we're at a break right now. I just don't want to see any spoilers, you know. YouTube TV always just a little bit ahead. Let's see. It's taken like 8 years to turn on, but Jahmyr Gibbs, 4 carries, -3 yards. Yeah, I get the feeling that won't hold the whole time, but it was good to see the Vikings get a stop early on, though, right? It was good to see them get a few tackles for loss behind the line of scrimmage, right? Get some push in the run game. That is a little encouraging. Yo, we got Hitchhiker's Pie in here, too. Welcome to the stream, Hitchhiker's Pie. Good to have you back in here. How are you doing on this fine Sunday night, the final regular season game of the NFL season? I mean, I've said this like 4 or 5 times now. It is hard to believe. It feels like in some ways this season has gone on a long time. Like when you say like, oh, it's been 4 months, like, yeah, that checks out. But in some ways, man, it feels like it's been the blink of an eye. And now like we've only got a few weeks of football left, but we're going to cherish these last few weeks that we get. Penalty did kill the drive there. Yeah, I mean, just, you know, home field advantage, man. That's what you get right there. And that's why this game means so much, right? Besides the extra week of rest, right? You know, whichever team gets this, I mean, it's going to be rocking. It's going to be rocking, whether it's Ford Field or U.S. Bank. Hitchhiker's Pie saying Flores versus Ben Johnson is the most fun matchup for us. Oh, I mean, talk about like 2 just like grandmasters, 2 evil overlords, 2 of the very best in the league at what they do. I mean, I gave my whole Ben Johnson, like, you know, some guys are just a coordinator. Maybe selfishly for me, I might say the same thing about Brian Flores, although I understand if he wants to stick it to the rest of the NFL after what happened to him on his way out in Miami, right? If he wants another head coaching job, I mean, hey, take it. You know, obviously it'd suck to lose him, but I get if he wants to go out there and prove something. But selfishly, you know, he could stay here forever and just be the emperor of defense and be KOC's attack dog, you know? It must be a pretty nice life, but yeah, man. I don't know. It's been a little too quiet in this game so far, right? These two teams feeling each other out on the first drive. I don't know. I feel like something wacky might be coming on this drive. Maybe a JMO end around or something like that. Ben Johnson's gone too long without calling something funky. Hitchhiker's Pie is devastated after the Pats ruined their number one pick chance. Yeah, I get that. You know, it'd be nice, right? Oh, Travis Hunter on the Patriots. I mean, pair him with Christian Gonzalez and then throw him in the offense too. That would be pretty sweet. All right, I got to turn my monitor off again. I just saw Jahmyr Gibbs did something. Looked like maybe a short gain, which would be pretty nice. But I was shocked that they fired Mayo, I will say. I was pretty shocked that they fired Gerard Mayo. Man, just knifed his way through there for like 5 yards. That's a good job hitting the hole right there, at least from this angle. We'll see about the replay. But from up here, it looked like that was kind of a tough hole to hit, but he just kind of squirted through it there, and he hits it so fast. But a simple run, yeah. Yeah, we got Michael in here. Let's go. Look at that. We got the gang all coming through right here. As I always like to say, it's that Avengers portal scene, right? Everyone's coming through right now. Michael saying, I never understood why whenever Houston makes the playoffs, they have to be the first game of the weekend. Oh, it's inevitable, right? Texans playoff game on Saturday on NBC. Texans Chargers. That might be an interesting one. We'll see. Ah, there's Laporta. Well, there you go. Lions first down right there. Yeah, I feel pretty bad for Mayo. I feel like he got cut a raw deal. I get, yeah, the dumb comments, poorly managing the media and coaching defense. That is fair. Their defense did underachieve. You could argue, well, that the roster overall is pretty bad and Bill kind of groomed him for years and then they're going to pull the plug. But if that's what the Crafts have their vision for, I get it. You know, they're standing on business. They're not going to be like, well, this is what Bill would have wanted. So I do get that. But yeah, again, maybe some guys are just meant to be a coordinator, but he's also young. He's got time. Oh, nice spin move by Gibbs, but good job by the Vikings staying in their gaps right there. Just no space for him to go. Ryan Nasty hopes Cohen stays with the Bucks. He's a UMass guy, Boston area. I think all of Bucks Nation is kind of holding their breath, right? After losing Canales after 1 year last season, you know, it'd be nice if you didn't have to have your third offensive coordinator in as many years. We'll see, man. He's going to be a very hot candidate, especially if Ben Johnson stays. He's going to be the most sought-after offensive guy. Yeah, we get the playoff schedule released. We'll look at that here in a sec. Let's go. Uh-oh. Goff going deep down the field. There's Amon-Ra over the middle, right? Man, a little bit deeper down the field than normal for what they usually hit against us, but there it is again, right? Amon-Ra St. Brown in-breaking. Well, we'll see how much of an in-breaking route it actually was, but just get him in motion, and yeah, there you go. Just sit over the middle of the field. Poor Blake Cashman, right? I mean, that's just the defense we run. There's only so much space he can cover. Now we're going to blitz him. Goff has all day. We're blitzing, and we can't get after him. Finally force an incompletion. Goff just hanging in there, though. You get a little scary when Goff is just, like, moving around. Not necessarily that he's going to run, but, like, at some point, one of these lines receivers is going to get open, right? Playoff schedule, Chargers versus Texans at 4:30 on Saturday, Steelers Ravens at 8 p.m. Saturday, Broncos Bills 1 p.m. Sunday, Packers Eagles 4:30 Sunday, Commanders Bucks 7:30 Sunday. Wow. The winner of this game versus the Rams on Monday. There you go. And Ashawn saying that was the dagger. Yeah. Just kills us, man. Laporta. Set up third and manageable. Knowing the Lions, right? This might be 2 plays right here to get the first down, right? Kind of in no man's land. Hey, I have a whole video about it. Wouldn't it be crushing after gassing up Dan Campbell and the Lions going for it on 4th down if they went like 5 for 5 on 4th down against us or something like that, right? That so would happen. Like I'm gonna gas up going for it, and then going for it is gonna knock us out of the 1 seed. But yeah, we got Jack in here too. Let's go. Saying Seahawks winning the Super Bowl. No cap. Maybe, this is a little mean. Maybe there's an NIT for the NFL. Hey, bright future though. I agree with your Instagram story. Also, timeout Lions. Are they going to get a delay game? I think they'll get a timeout in. Yeah, but no, hey, 10 wins, right? You know, this was a hot topic on Thursday. What can you say, man, except for Geno Smith played some pretty good football today. He sure looked like a top 10 quarterback to me. I don't know, but no, they seem to be trending in the right direction, though, right? JSN really came on this year. The defense made a lot of progress under Mike McDonald. There is a bright future there, I will say. I think they're trending in the right direction. So I think overall, it sucks to miss the playoffs again, but you got to feel good about how the season went if you're the Seahawks. Hernan saying Falcons would be a perennial NFL entity superpower. Yeah. Hey, Penix gets hot, right? I don't know. Where would they have like the NIT at? You know, like they change the Super Bowl every year. They'd have the NIT at like, I don't know. What's like an old stadium? I'm blanking right now. If like back when the Raiders played at like the Coliseum, that's where they'd have the NIT. They had like the baseball field and like tree stumps out on the ground. Please stop them. I know Craig Reynolds ain't getting the first down on us. Throwing a stiff arm on Byron Murphy. I was pulling for the Falcons today. I can't lie. Oh. Oh, yeah. Kevin Zeitler with the hold. We'll take that. JSN with 4 catches for 9 yards after he dropped 180 against the Rams last time. Hey, we stand with Shane Waldron. Shane Waldron was the one to unlock him. I'm not going to lie. I didn't watch a whole lot of that Seahawks-Rams game. I had Red Zone on for a little bit while I was getting work done. I was pretty excited for this Chiefs-Broncos game, and then it became very clear very early that this was not going to be a game. I was like, all right, I could go get some groceries. Pookie slot receiver. Hey, one of the better ones. Here we go. All right, we're moving all over the place now. Lot of chess moves before the snap. Vikings bringing pressure. Goff has time. Come on, tackle him. Good tackle. Shaq Griffin bringing down Tim Patrick. Here we go. Get your diapers ready, folks. They're going to go, right? They're going to go, right? I think they're going to go. What, it'd be like 4th and 5? Oh, yeah, look at that. Ben Johnson's got the play card up. What disgusting thing does he have drawn up right here? Oh, you know, my dad's probably watching this game right now. I know he's saying, well, I sure hope they don't go for it because they'll probably get it if they do. Here we go. It's 4th and 5. Moving all around, all the disguises, all the eyewash. Vikings do blitz. Get him, Metellus. Light him up. It's Jameson. Oh, my gosh. That's what I'm saying, man. It's so hard to blitz against this team because they just get open so quickly. Metellus was there, man. Metellus had Goff hot. Oh. That's just the way we play. And it's tough to go away from that, right? Because that's what we've been doing all year, and that's what works. But, man, the Lions are probably the best team in the NFL at going against that type of defense. Gah. Here comes Goff with his immaculate completion percentage. Gibbs. Gibbs is going to house it. Touchdown Lions. Yeah, here we go. We were not going to shut them out, that's for sure. This is how it's going to be, man. We're going to have to show up and score. It's going to take like 30-plus points to win this game. It's going to take a lot of points to win this game, man. Oh, come now. Exactly. You get it. Oh, yeah. Good cutback. Found the hole. You know, I was gassing up Bijan's vision. It's not like Gibbs is blind or anything, right? But, come on. Miss it. No, he nailed it. All right. All right, offense. We got to answer. Couple of first downs on our first drive. That was cute, but it's time to unleash the beast. You know what? We can throw it to Justin Jefferson downfield, too. Here we go, man. Here we go. Rake Gareth Productions is in here. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, Rake Gareth. Saying, Doctor, can you please heal the Falcons? Man, where do I start? Defense, I guess. I don't know. And I've been gassing up the Panthers a little bit, but yeah. Defense might be nice. Timeout management. I mean, you can hyperfixate on that all you want. That's not the reason the Falcons aren't in the playoffs, right? They did this to themselves, but yeah. Ryan Nasty saying, yikers. Yeah, yeah. Falcons should have gotten Belichick when they had the chance. I don't know, man. We'll see how Bill does at UNC. I don't blame them for not going for him. You know. I don't know. There was a comment about Raheem Morris in here. Jack saying Falcons are dumb enough to hire Raheem Morris, so they deserve to be bad. I mean, see, it's tough because I feel like Raheem has done a all right job at least. Here's what I'll say. The Falcons pass rush at least being like somewhat competent from like November onward, and like having a few, this is going to sound so mean, but like having a few multi-sack games. Like this is the best the Falcons pass rush had looked in like years. Granted, that's not a very high bar, right? And I want Raheem to succeed. Like, I don't know. He seems like a cool guy, right? But we'll see. We'll see, man. I mean, just the way they manage the quarterback situation. I get there's some excitement around Penix. They put a lot of eggs in one basket. And then it's like, oh, well, now we have to panic trade for Matthew Judon, right? We'll see. We'll see. And, you know, the NFC South is going to be an interesting division over these next few years. So, but Falcons don't deserve nothing. Hernan saying current UNC Tar Heels coach Bill Belichick. I'm just trying to like imagine him recruiting college kids, right? Just like, especially with NIL, well, we'll give you a Hellcat if you come commit to us, I will be fascinated, though. I will actually be kind of tapped into UNC football next year, which is something I don't think I've ever said in my life. So, except for like when I was watching Drake May last offseason, like, oh, it'd be sick if the Vikings got him. But Kirk Cousins to the Vikings for Justin Jefferson, who says no. We're good. We're good, respectfully. For Justin Jefferson, it would cost the entire state of Georgia. Like, they would have to be governed by the Minnesota Vikings. And even then, I might think about it. I'd have to think about it. But, yeah, they did give up 44 to the Panthers. Bryce is kind of like that, though, a little bit. The Panthers offense, man, don't sleep. I might say some heinous things about the Panthers come August, depending on how their offseason goes. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe they didn't have a good game today, but they've had a few good games. Cam likes the impression. There we go. We'll take that. I try my best. I've seen Bill recruit one college girl. Yeah. He can speak to some college-aged people. We'll say that. That's still just so bizarre. Bill Belichick, of all people. We'd make that trade. Yeah, I'm sure the Falcons would. I don't know. Like, if the entire GDP of Georgia would get absorbed into the Vikings salary cap, then maybe, right? We'd have to, like, tell Rodgers, like, hey, like, the Vikings don't have a salary cap this year. Like, all the money that's made in Georgia, actually, they get. But, and now Darnold is going to get sacked. Oh, come on. It's Big Z. Oh, Mr. Revenge Game against half the league right there. Of course he shows up, right? He's been quiet for like a month now, and of course he gets there. That's the thing with Sam, and I love the way that Sam is playing, but man, if he doesn't hold on to that ball a long time, granted, that's a pretty tough situation to get out of, right? If he throws that football, it's going to be grounding. But we just lost like 17 yards, and now we're going to have to like call a timeout maybe? Oh, Tarico wants to delay a game. Hey, Mike, they give you a grace period after it hits 0. Tarico's like, please call it delay a game. I'm just being salty right now. KOC would be governor. Hey, I'd take that. Governor Kevin O'Connell. Kaden saying Bill's going to be coaching players older than his girlfriend. Packers legend. Yeah, Packers legend, Vikings legend, Browns legend, Ravens legend. Sean saying Darnold washed. Hey, we'll see. 3rd and 18. Here you go. Man, it would suck to give the Lions the ball back here. We'll bring in Aaron Jones to help with protection, I bet. And it is rocking. We might have to burn a timeout here. We just get it off. Just chuck it. Duh, he missed him. He had Hawkinson. Down the seam, he had him. He just missed him. Man, where's last week, Sam? Not a good start for him. He just sailed it. It was there. Hawkinson again, maybe like prime Travis Kelce makes that catch or something, right? If Hawkinson was just like a slightly better athlete or an inch taller or something like that. But I mean, if you're Darnold, you got to make that throw. It was there on a silver platter. That would have been such a nice like 3rd and 18 conversion, you know? Good coverage on the punt, I guess. Man, there's only so many possessions we're going to get where we stop the Lions from scoring. I really think so. This isn't even an indictment on like, oh, I think the Vikings defense is bad, but it's just such a bad matchup. And I don't like having a big old goose egg after one quarter. Granted, we've had 2 possessions, but not the best start for the Vikings. All things considered, being 7-0, that's fine, but we'll see. Hernan asking thoughts on the Rams as an opponent for the loser of this game. They are my preseason NFC Super Bowl pick, and I think it'll be a really good game in LA regardless of opponent. You know, they certainly have a high ceiling, right? And we haven't seen it quite as much with their offense recently, like except for that Bills game. Feels like they've been winning a lot of close games, a lot of ugly games, but we know that offense, they have some monster performances in them. But really, it's been the defense that's kind of been paving the way recently, right? And their line is getting a little bit healthier. They are a tough matchup. And I honestly think, like, if there's a team that could upset the Lions, let's say the Lions do end up losing this game, right? That's a tough matchup for Detroit. Because you look at the way the Rams are built, right? Again, Lions, a lot of man coverage, leaving their guys out on islands, right? They do have those good safeties over the top for the most part, right? For better or worse, the way they play is, all right, our corners have to win. It's tough to do against Kupp and Puka. Tough to do against a locked-in Stafford, right? We've seen the past few times these teams have played, that Rams offense can really, really move the ball. They could have won last year if they didn't leave so many points on the table in the red zone, right? Woulda, coulda, shoulda, but whatever. But now the defense, you look at like Jared Verse coming along, right? Kobe Turner's still really good. Byron Young. They're one of the teams that I think could maybe have the horses up front to actually pressure Goff by rushing 4, and you don't need to blitz. They're honestly probably one of the worst matchups for the Lions in the first round. And you got the Stafford revenge angle. I don't know. I think if you're the Lions, you want to avoid the Rams beyond just wanting to get the first round bye, right? And for the Vikings, again, similar-ish way that they attack in the passing game, right? I mean, again, 2 teams that the Vikings lost to were the Rams and the Lions. I wouldn't necessarily love to play Sean McVay in that offense again. I mean, think about how crazy Puka went last time. And the Rams have a pretty good run game. And that's kind of been one of the things I've been worried about is, power run games can kind of get us a little bit. I would rather not play the Rams either. They're a very dangerous 5 seed. That's what I'll say. All right. No, they're not the 5 seed. What am I saying? They're a dangerous 4 seed. And I think it would suck for the loser of this game to be a 14-win team, but have to go on the road against Stafford and McVay. I mean, that would be pretty tough. But yeah, I'm rooting for the sequel as a borderline, not Lions hater. That's a bit strong, but also, I mean, they are divisional rivals. I don't know. I've always liked Stafford, but. Champ saying LA Rams are such a hot and cold team. They could beat the Bills but drop a stinker with the Dolphins. Yeah, they did. They did lose to the Dolphins. I mean, yeah, they have been a little bit more up and down recently. A lot of that is their line has just been super banged up. And as much as I love Stafford, he's at the point in his career where you need to protect him. He might surprise you with like 1 or 2 throws on the run or a scramble here or there. But if the line is getting beat, they'll probably lose, so. Second and 12. Man, last thing I want is like an 8-yard play right here. If we could get it to like 3rd and 8, that would be nice. Come on, light him up. Ginky, let's go. The Pro Bowler. Oh. Oh, man, that sucks. Lord knows the Lions already have enough injuries, man. Golly, Ginky just popped him. I mean, he has been a beast against screens and swing passes all season long, right? He's got the 2 pick sixes. Vikings fans know he could have like 3 or 4. He's gotten darn close a few times. Here we go. We cannot let him get this. Please get him, Grenard. Please get him, Grenard. Let's go. All right. Good series by the defense. Jonathan Grenard getting home. I think we rushed 3 there and we got home. That's very encouraging. Doing the drop 8 right there, right? Dropping 8 guys back into coverage. Grenard getting off the chip from Laporta, beating Decker. Oh, that was beautiful. What a player he's been, man. I don't know if he still leads the NFL in pressures, but he's been up there all season. Yeah, he has been phenomenal. There you go, Powell. Good clean catch. Ball at midfield. Let's go. Let's tie this game up right here. Did I know that? Did I know what? Oh, man. But Andrew Van Ginkel, one of the plays of the game right there. You know, we got him under the contract for another year in 2025, too. That's nice. That's one thing. That's the offseason. Cam Bynum, Aaron Jones, Byron Murphy. But it's nice that, like, Van Ginkel's under contract. Grenard is under contract, all those guys. But Cam asking, who do you think is the Lions' most untouchable player, if any? That's a good question. I mean, honestly, I think it is Hutch, right? I mean, what he brings to that defensive line. Obviously, bringing in Zadarius Smith helped out the depth a little bit, but before that, it really was like Aiden Hutchinson. Like, that's the guy who's going to get you pressure. He was the guy that kind of took over that Rams game in the playoffs last year. It is kind of shocking, and it just goes to show like how stacked the Lions are, that they're still a 14-win team, even though they've missed him for half the year. But I would say it probably is Aiden Hutchinson. If not him, I don't know. This is going to sound crazy because I know he's got the system QB label, but Goff is pretty untouchable with the way their offense is set up, and just like he excels at the throws that they scheme up, right? Again, it's all the short intermediate stuff, setting up yards after the catch. You know, my opinion on Jared Goff has risen a lot over these past few years. Man, his timing and his accuracy, he makes it go. And like, you know, you look back at like the hypothetical conversations from a few years ago, like, oh, well, what if they let Goff go and got an Anthony Richardson instead, right? It would not be nearly as good. It just wouldn't, you know? So, or like if Hendon Hooker came in there, maybe they'd be fine. They certainly wouldn't be a 14-win team, though. But I might say Hutch and Goff. You could say maybe Sewell, just because like they do so much with him, pulling him, getting him out on the run. But that's a good question, though. I like that. Van Ginkel gives Clay Matthews energy. That's a decent comp, honestly. Right? Clay Matthews wasn't just an out-and-out edge. Packers put him off ball some. They drop him into coverage some. Obviously, they've both got the long hair, right? That's not a bad comparison, honestly. You know, I think sometimes that, like, they're grooming Dallas Turner to be, like, a cracked Andrew Van Ginkel for when Ginkel's contract runs out. They've been dropping him into coverage a little bit. They've been having him play a lot of the similar roles that Van Ginkel would. Definitely not as much, right? We've got him on a snap count right now, but I don't know. Give it like 2 years. We might be seeing Dallas Turner doing a lot of that stuff, but a little disappointed with no Sewell. There you go. A little patience, right? Always have to throw in Sewell. Yeah, I remember the Quentin Nelson take. Yeah, that was crazy. Hey, you could have argued back in his day he was maybe the best offensive player, but yeah. I mean, that would never happen. There were a few people this year, though, saying, well, what if we gave Offensive Player of the Year to Sewell? It's like, all right, you know, that's what I probably sounded like. Come on. Got a clean pocket again. There you go. Oh, it's Josh Oliver. Let's go. Elite tight end, too, right there. Josh Oliver. Oh, flag down. And Branch involved? Let's see. Oh, okay. And the ref is facing the wrong way. Oh, he got popped in the head too. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess they call that illegal contact. Would that normally be like unnecessary roughness or whatever? What? Either way, it's a penalty. But we needed that, man. Just get a first down. Good to see Darnold just stand tall in the clean pocket. All right, I'm feeling the Jefferson target right here. Addison on the screen, lit up. Lit up. They were ready for that. Amik Robertson. Man, I will say, these Lions defensive backs, I know I like dog on them in coverage sometimes. Man, they're a tough bunch, though. They will fly to the ball. They will hit you hard. They're going to blitz on second down. Come on, Darnold. Deep shot. Oh, not even close. That was good coverage right there. There's Terrion right there. Trying to test the rookie. Addison on Terrion. Yeah, that didn't have much of a chance right there. I don't hate it, though. Lions are going to bring a blitz. Just chuck it deep. See what you got. Oh, he maybe had a step if Darnold kept leading him towards the right. He might have had a step there. That was a very tough ball for Addison to track. Maybe a little bit better of a throw. That would have been a house call. Darnold not been at his best so far. Come on. Blitzing again. Darnold. Oh, what a catch by Jefferson. Let's go. Best on the planet. Oh, we needed that. We just got that off too. Jefferson with the reach. Not the best ball again. Oh, if it was a little bit better of a throw and he didn't have to do this and he caught it in stride, might have been a touchdown, but we'll take it either way, right? I mean, that's a play you can hit in Madden all day, right? Well, I guess it wasn't play action, just deep cross. Whew. All right, let's finish this drive off right here. Akers. All right, that's fine. 4 down territory. I don't care. 3 cracks at the end zone right here. Jefferson Chase, absolutely. And I love Jamar Chase. I think you could put him in Jefferson's tier. Respectfully, I don't know, man. You watched that game from last night, Chase's touchdown. It's like, I remember when Jefferson used to get one-on-one coverage, right? I remember when there wasn't a triangle of defenders around him every single play in the red zone. I don't know. I might, again, easy for me to say given the jersey I'm wearing, no one in the NFL gets defended like he does. It's honestly insane. But Vikings O-line has picked up the blitz pretty well. Now that's been encouraging to see right now. They're going to reset the play clock, it looks like. Michael's saying if there's a 2021 draft redo and the Bengals took Sewell and the Lions ended up with Chase, who would be the better team today? That's a great question. I would probably say the Lions. Sewell would be the nice, responsible pick for the Bengals, right? And we know they've always needed offensive line help, but Burrow, Chase, Buddy Ball just kind of makes them go, for better or worse. All right, Darnold. Yeah, just throw it away. That was a little scary, but and I mean the Lions. I mean Ben Johnson with Jamar Chase would just be ridiculous. And this is no disrespect to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He is a fantastic receiver, but there are on some of the looks that St. Brown gets. He would flirt with 2,000 yards. He is a special player. I think they're both Hall of Famers, but getting to watch them both at the same time is so fun. Wish we could see Chase in the playoffs too. Yeah, me too, man. I won't lie. I was pulling for the Bengals to get in. But that's why you don't lose to the Patriots week 1. All right, let's finish this drive off. Nothing. Didn't even have a chance. Throw is too far out in front. Campbell, great coverage on Hawkinson. No, don't kick it. We can't kick it. This is not a game for the field goal kicker right here. 4th and goal. There you go, KOC. I like the aggression. Come on. Come on. Back-to-back passes just that didn't have a chance at all. Again, not to be a broken record. This is where you dial up Jefferson, right? You have the best receiver in the world on your team. You got to call his number. You've got him kind of one-on-one on the outside. Nope. 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 And that is a costly sequence right there. Man. Man. 3 straight passes to the end zone. None of them stood a chance. Jefferson wanted a flag. I don't know. We won't be able to tell from this angle. That would have been insane if he brought that in. Just have to be better in the red zone, man. I mean, you can't leave points on the table like that. We had 3 chances. We did not cash in on them. Addison might have been open. Oh, I must have missed that. Have to go back and see that later. But, I mean, it is tough to tell who his first read was on that play, right? He had the ball there for a while, you know. Maybe once he got open, he missed it a little bit, but we'll see. I don't know, man. Michael with the diaper quote, per usual. Young Pierre's in here. Welcome to the stream, Young Pierre, saying, go Lions. Go Vikings. But I get it. Go Lions. Hey, if you're a Lions fan, you got to rep your team. I have no issue with that. Ryan Asti wanted to run there like a sweep or something, test the linebackers. Yeah, 3 straight passes. I could see how it would be nice to maybe get one more run in there, right? Especially, again, with Lions being a little bit thinner up front. Yeah, that's legit. Defense has to get a stop now, though, right? You've got the lines backed up, at least. That's like the one moral victory, silver lining or whatever. You have them backed up. I don't know, man. I'm a little nervous for this next drive. You know what? No, let's have a little faith in the defense. The defense has played pretty well, all things considered so far. But I like the call to go for it. I don't like that we had 4 shots to score and we didn't. Young Pierre is a Panthers fan. He's just a hater. Oh, nice. Okay. Hey, I respect the hustle. You know, sometimes it's good to just let the hater gene out a little bit, right? I've got a slight hater gene for the Lions these days, but some say that success attracts haters. So, you know, hashtag no new rings, right? Hey, if there's going to be a downtrodden franchise to win, why can't it be us? You know, no new rings. If the Vikings don't win, I just don't win. Ron saying, I have to say, I was expecting more of a shootout. This is turning out to be a lot more defensive than I first imagined. Yeah, and it's not even like these teams have been struggling to move the ball, right? I mean, the Vikings got down to like the 5. I still think the points will come, but I mean, yeah, the Lions have punted twice already. That's, you know, maybe a little bit surprising. So I get you, though. I was thinking, I said 33-30 was going to be the final score for this. So no new rings. Oh, yeah. All right, well. Let's see what we can do here. Man, Gibbs is just able to get like 4 yards that are not there. Oh, I suppose he was banged up. They're giving the report right now. Why hate on the Saints? They're doing bad enough on their own. I mean, a divisional rival, right? Bucks versus Saints. I get that. You know, I once had a Saints hating era, right? For reasons, obviously. Who dat greater than who day? Predicted 56 points. Wish the Saints did a little bit better. Oh, they had it too, you know. It was looking crazy in the first half. Come on, get him, get him. Oh, grounding. Incomplete. Well, was there an eligible receiver nearby? Goff is pointing. Hold on, let's see. He certainly was not outside the tackle box. It certainly did not make it back to the line of scrimmage. Was there an eligible receiver nearby? Goff is nodding his head. They're going to clarify. This isn't Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl. It feels like the Super Bowl right now. Poor PA, man. He deserves a Vikings Super Bowl more than anyone else. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, Gibbs was right there too, I guess. All right. Sick, incomplete pass, Goff. Come on. Get after him. Tough. Man. All right. Another chance to force a punt here, right? See, with the Lions, it's so tough because, like, as soon as they get to midfield, it's 4-down territory. And then it's just like, just one more play, you have to stop this offense. There you go. We'll live with that. There you go. There's our Harrison Phillips moment of zen right there. I got to hand it to the run defense. They've showed up so far in this game. They've looked pretty strong. Line of scrimmage has looked pretty strong for the Vikings. Oh, interesting. Oh, the rules analyst might be spitting some facts here. I guess was Gibbs not eligible? I have no idea, but interesting. Interesting. Craig Reynolds. I mean, shoot, it's 3rd and 1. It might be 4-down territory right here for the Lions, right? Man, just another opportunity falling through our fingers right there. Third and 1. I mean, this is they obviously run it here, right? This has been Detroit's MO. Even without David Montgomery. Is that Craig Reynolds in the backfield for him? I mean, he's kind of the new power guy, right? Yeah, they'll just give it to him. Oh, no, he got it. Good patience. Man, again, just like waiting a second to just like shoot forward and get the first. It wasn't there initially, and he just finds it. Ron saying if they didn't video review everything these days, I'm pretty sure that would have been ruled a safety just a few years ago. Yeah. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, you know? Can't be. I don't know, man. We've had a few chances. Now Goff has time. Get after him. There you go. Batted ball. Ivan Pace. Intercepted. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. What's the dance? What's the like that? Thank you, NBC, for actually showing the celebration. Let's go. The turnover streak continues. Batted ball. Ivan Pace comes up with it. Oh, was it Metellus that batted it up? Yep. Let's go. Right place, right time, punished. Oh, man. No, we needed that so badly. All right. Please, please, please. Let's finish a drive in the red zone. It's so easy, right? Just get in the end zone right here. We need a Jefferson Gritty right here, right. Come on, Samuel. Gonna pass it again. We not want to be running in the red zone, I guess. Darnold's got a pocket. Anyone open? Jeez. Nearly intercepted. Looking for Jefferson. You know, I won't hate one run in the red zone. Maybe just one. Maybe just one. I get it. We want to get it to our receivers. Easy for me to say, Mr. Dude on the internet here in my office chair, right? First down run, second down pass. Oh, we were playing with fire there. Darnold's kind of having a bit of a bozo game right now, to be honest. We got to lock in here. And now, are we going to feel pressured to throw it again on second? We might. We got to snap that ball. Play action. Come on, someone get open. Yeah! Jefferson bobbled it. We're just not on the same page right now. It's a hard catch, but it's one that he makes pretty routinely. Would he have had both feet in bounds? He probably wouldn't have. But still, he's there in the back of the end zone. Can't quite bring it in. Again, just maybe a tick high. And here we go. 3rd and goal, right? I mean, just to have 2 straight 1st and goal situations and not get a touchdown on either of them would be backbreaking. And I would not want us to kick it here if it gets to 4th down. You just can't be kicking field goals in this game, I don't think. Here comes the blitz. Picked up. We'll just throw it up, and it's overshot. You have to go, man. No, I don't want to see us just take the points and feel good about ourselves. Oh my gosh, it was there. Oh, I mean, he dusted him on the double move. Now, Sam has not been very good so far today. I better not see Will Reichard out there, man. Oh, boo. Boo. I don't know, man. Whatever. Break the shutout. Get the points. Sure. Two first and goal situations. And between those two, we get 3 points. I don't love that. I don't love that. You know, the first one, the one on the previous drive, whatever. Guys just weren't getting open. That's fine. That's fine. But, I mean, we had Jefferson open twice on that last series, and we missed him both times. I get it. You know, get the shutout off the board, right? Get 3 points. Yeah. I suppose. You know, I wonder what, like, the nerdy websites are saying, right? I'm going to turn on my other monitor here. Oh no, we're not doing this. The real Sam Darnold is the one that we've seen all season. And there's been ebbs and there's been flows and peaks and valleys. I will say this has certainly not been a promising game for him so far. Absolutely, that's fair to say, right? That's the Sam Darnold experience. You know, he's not quite consistent. Primetime Darnold. It's not been good. But you could also, I mean, I don't know how much of this versus how much what we saw last week in another big primetime game was real, right? But I get it. I mean, it's the stuff you're thinking about if you're the Vikings, right? You got a tough decision coming up. Let's see if our good friend Ben Baldwin has this up yet. And it takes a while sometimes. I'm so greedy and impatient. I'm going to say it actually probably did recommend a kick there. 4th and 7 is pretty long. This is just my gut and my vibes wanting to go for it. Oh, no. I mean, if it's at like 0.7%, it's usually like toss up. Look at that. Hitchhiker's Pie is tapped in too. Let's go. I see some of the stuff you've been posted on Twitter, right? We're tapped in on that type of space. Look at that. He beat me to it. 4th down bot, toss up go, 0.7% win probability. I love it. Look at that. That's sick. Chat coming through clutch. All right, let's get back to the Mickey Mouse scoreboard that we've got. Yeah, exactly. No Sam Darnold slander. He's the guy. He's the guy. Now, I like the way that one of the podcasts I listened to, Matthew Sponauer, said, you know, it's like a situation where like the final is 50% of your grade and like how this game goes and the playoffs go, fair or not, is going to be a big factor in whatever the Vikings choose at quarterback. But I'm leaning towards Sam for next year. That's what I'll say for right now. Parent Champ saying, is this the Sam Darnold against the Jags that we're seeing? Gosh, I hope not. Yeah, that was the last Sam Darnold disaster class right there. He kind of had one against the Jets too. I mean, he kind of played pretty poorly against the Jets. He's had a few bad games, but there's just been so much good. It has been a bit of an ugly game though. 7-3, just missed opportunities, penalties. We had a turnover, and that's almost an amazing kick. Almost went out of bounds, but all right, we got to turn this monitor off again. Oh, they got the lion graphic right here. That's Barry. No way. Ryan saying, got to keep Sam unless he has a playoff meltdown. Yeah. Right? I mean, it's just so hard to go. Like, and I like J.J. McCarthy enough coming out of the draft, right? But what are the odds that he puts up the stats that Darnold did and the Vikings win the games? And, you know, it's not perfect year to year, right? But the locker room likes him, you know. We'll see. It is going to be a tough decision either way, and it's going to be heavily scrutinized for the next few years. And fair or not, it will probably define KOC and Kwesi's regime here. Yo, we got Wolf in here too. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, Wolf. Good to have you back in here. Let's go. How about this game, right? 2-year deal or a tag or something. Yeah, I would like a Geno deal or something like that. Maybe if he's nice, he'll take a little bit of a pay cut. Ron saying, does an out-of-bounds kickoff still put the receiving team on the 40, or did they change that rule too? I think it's still a 40, right? I think so. Sounds about right. We had a little bit of pressure coming off the edge there. Goff gets it out. That was picked up pretty well by the Lions. You could see those guys shoot around the corner, but Lions keeping that pocket clean. Wolf saying J.J. McCarthy, a handoff merchant, a little bit. Hey, you can dig into some of like the nerdy numbers, right? Like, well, on third down, he was actually very efficient. He is raw, though. I will give you that. He is certainly raw. Just tuning in, rooting for the Lake Erie bros. I respect that, right? Got to represent your great lake. Ryan Astley thinks the Baker deal was such a steal. It is, all things considered, right? I mean, you look at the going rate for quarterbacks. The fact that you've got a guy you feel confident about. He's been good under different offensive coordinators now. That's a big thing too, right? We saw him play at least pretty well without Evans and Godwin. This year, you probably feel even better about the Baker deal. I mean, I guess they paid him, but you know what I mean. First year after the deal, you feel good about it. All right. Gibbs. Oh, good tackle. That was a great tackle by Pace. Gibbs was about to take off right there. Third down. Gotta hate McCarthy. You're a Buckeye fan? No, that makes sense, right? It's the rivalry. I respect it. Man, I bet you there's he's not playing, but if J.J. McCarthy ever does come in for the Vikings, those Lions fans are going to have to root against their guy, All right, 3rd and 3. They run it. Delayed handoff to Reynolds, and I think he got it. It's going to be close. Oh, they're going to spot him short. Was that knee down? Oh, here we go. Well, here we go right here. This is not a good time for Skip Bayless props. Yeah. That has been crazy. I don't know what the heck they got going over at FS1 right now, but that is pretty wild. Here we go. 4th and inches. Where's the diaper quote? Oh, they're going to take a look. Oh, they challenged it. Interesting. I guess. Why not, right? I don't know. Let's see this replay. Hey, I appreciate your help with the Discord, though, Wolf. I really appreciate that, man. Again, I'm kind of a noob when it comes to this stuff. I've never really done this before, so it's nice to have a little bit more experience on the team helping me out with that. So that is awesome. It is tough to tell. I saw just a glance at that replay, right, of whether he got it or not. It looked close. No. I might say, you need inconclusive evidence to overturn it. We'll see. The show they put on to replace Undisputed is bloody awful. Well, what is it? I mean, because they've got the facility, which I always feel like I'm seeing a wild take from that show. They've got that one. No disrespect, I just straight up don't remember his name, but that one bald guy, right? I see some wild takes from these FS1 clips. Was it Speak? That's the other one, right? Is that the one with Acho and Shady McCoy and stuff? I will say they're good at what they do, man. Their engagement farming, their clip farming at FS1, they're good at that stuff. I'll look at something and be like, I don't agree with that at all. Oh no, I've spent 5 minutes on this tweet. Now it's going to be on my For You page for the next week. That's how they get you. Hernan saying Minnesota United is going to be good next year. Well, I hope so. I won't lie. I actually wasn't super locked in with MLS this year. I'm going to pull it up right now. Minnesota United. I know they've been a little up and down, but they seem to be a decently run organization, right? They've had some good seasons, some fun teams. I do got to get back out there, though. They have such a gorgeous stadium out there. Those are fun games to go to. And I've actually never been to an Atlanta United game either, but I do like a little MLS action. Fun fact, I went to a Houston Dynamo match back in 2019 for some reason. This was actually my idea. I don't know. We went to Houston for spring break my senior year of high school. And one of the things we did there, we went to Houston Dynamo versus Vancouver Whitecaps. And Someone by the name of Alphonso Davies was playing for the Whitecaps during that time. So that was pretty crazy. I got to see was he like 17 at the time? 17-year-old Alphonso Davies on the Whitecaps. That was pretty sick. But they had a really good finish to the season, had some good summer signings, and they won a playoff series. Let's go. Call stands. It's 4th and inches. Come on, defensive line. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, they're going to pass it. They're going to pass it. It's short. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's short. Yes. Hoo, hoo, hoo. All right. They passed on 4th and inches. They big-brained it a little bit. You know what? I will allow the anti-4th down think pieces if that means the Vikings win the game because of this. Let's go. Man. Oh, it was Bullard that tipped it. All right. All right. Look at Jonathan Bullard, the former Falcon, coming through right there. All right. Come on. Come on. Can we please end a drive with the touchdown before halftime? There you go. Get it back to Jones. It's been a while since we've ran the ball. Neither team wants to win the division. Yeah, it's kind of like the NFC South this afternoon, right? Just, no, I insist. You win the division. Minnesota Stadium is awesome. It's on my bucket list. Oh, yeah. Now, not to be biased, but there are some pretty nice stadiums out there in that area. US Bank is pretty sick. Target Field is gorgeous. Love Allianz. I've not been to a Wolves or a Wild game, though. Still got to get to those, but that was a crazy play call. Yeah. You could have just got the inches on the run. Darnold under pressure. Rutrow Raggy. He rolls out, and he'll get like 2 yards. Okay. That could have been a disaster, but we'll take 2 yards. It's 3rd down now. Wolf wants to say a buy is much needed, but honestly, I've been seeing how a buy affects teams. Yeah, you could say that, right? A little bit of rust, but I still think at the end of the day, with how physical football is, right? Just getting that extra week to just kind of rest up, lick your wounds a little bit, you know. Not to mention you get an extra week to kind of game plan. Granted, you won't know your opponent, but, you know, would be nice. All right. Buy doesn't matter unless you're the Chiefs. Oh, the lucky Chiefs. The lucky, lucky Chiefs. All right. Come on, let's pick this up. Late blitz. Yes! Jalen Naylor! Speedy! Speedy! Let's go! Let's go! Got a game ball last week. Had a great game against the Packers. Getting him involved there, you know. He's had a few drops in these high leverage situations. Good to see him bring that one in. All right. Is it the 2-minute warning already? My goodness, it is. It is. Michael says, considering the Lions are 8-0 on the road this season, maybe they don't want a home game in the playoffs. Oh, man. Cam saying how nice would it be for the 9 wins to guarantee you a home playoff game almost every year. Yeah, some of us have to scratch and claw and get 15 wins to get a home playoff game. Man, that would be nice if we could just smoke an entire division. Oh, man. I already read that. What? Wolf has Jefferson on his fantasy team. Much needed. He just got off of work. Well, hopefully we can get a Jefferson touchdown for you and your fantasy team. There's a few leagues that are still going, right? Still going towards the final week of the regular season. Big couple of weeks here. Big weeks for people that might have season-long bets. I know I have one. And Bryce Huff kind of sold it for me a little bit. He just had to get hurt. He probably wouldn't have hit his prop either way, but that was tough. I still get $7 though. Heard him saying how nice must it be to make the playoffs to get whooped every year. Maybe this year it'll be different for the Steelers. Maybe this year the devil magic will carry over into the playoffs. I don't know. I wonder if they used it all up. If they used it all up in that first Ravens game, right? I mean, all the missed kicks and then them not getting the 2-point conversion. We're going to get round 3, though. You know, if the Steelers are going to play anyone in the playoffs, I'm glad it's the Ravens. Just because there's like enough weird energy in that one, right? There's just enough weird energy that you might see some chaos. But Ryan Nasty saying, if your league is still going, you need a new commissioner. Cameron Grant with the up arrow right there. That's commissioner of one of the dynasty leagues. One that I kind of fell apart in this year, but it's chill. You know, we're holding strong. Oh, man, I felt so good about my team, too. I was like, yo, my team is so loaded going into the year. Maybe it's on me for, like, not making any free agent acquisitions, but what can you do? Hernan saying, y'all know the Falcons haven't made the playoffs since 2017 and have won 2 playoff games since the Steelers' last playoff win. The Panthers? Hey, we'll see. We'll see. The drought will end eventually. Oh, yeah, that's right. A couple of Steelers fans in here. I would be kind of sick to see the Steelers win a playoff game. Just one game of chaos, you know. I love Tomlin. Here we go. 1st and 10. There's nothing for Jones, but he spin cycles out of there. This shower about to go crazy. We do get the ball to start the second half. That is true. Could we maybe go 2 for here? It'd be pretty nice, right? A little 2 for 1. Close out the half. But first things first, we just got to score before we start worrying about the clock or anything. If it's there, it's there. Toss it to Jones. All right. All right. Got some blocks. Oh, hold on. We'll see about this penalty, though. Blocks might have been a little too good there. I won't emote yet, Aaron. Let's see. It did come from the back, though. No penalty, maybe? Picking it up? Oh, yeah. The rare defensive holding on a run. Oh, you almost never see that. Rare penalty called right there. Defensive hold on a run. All right. We'll live with that. Can't complain. All right, here we go. This is what's killed us, man. This honestly kind of gives me flashbacks to the Rams-Lions playoff game from last year a little bit, right? Not quite as high scoring, but Rams just could not finish in the red zone against this Lions defense, right? They just always got the big sack when they needed it, the big stop when they needed it. Rams ended up kicking a lot of field goals. That was the difference in that game. Cannot afford a similar fate here. There you go. Run it. All right. First down run. That's fine. Kill a little bit of clock. Lions only have 1 timeout. I didn't even catch that. You can kind of ensure that you will have the last possession of the half here, unless, again, there's like something that you really want to take downfield. But they're going to go tempo, though. Yeah. I mean, the defense is they've just run out of guys, you know? All right. Darnold check down to Jones. It is going to be 3rd and medium. Well, let's see. Let's see. Oh, going into halftime down would still be kind of a bummer, though, you know? Are we calling a timeout now? We have to, right? Give us a little bit more time to draw something up. Yeah, we have 3 of them. We can use 1 right here. 28 seconds. Like, yeah, if you don't get it, obviously that sucks. Like, the Lions could maybe squeeze 3 points before halftime, but man, why has Robertson been kind of good against Jefferson? Jefferson has not cooked them by any means. But Parachamp saying, what are the chances the Chargers beat the Chiefs in the playoffs if the Chargers beat the Texans? Could have a horrible in the AFC Championship game. It's possible, right? The Chargers just always seem to play the Chiefs close. I think the defense is pretty good. Herbert's playing out of his mind right now, and Ladd is a good receiver. I still think you got to favor the Chiefs, right? But if you ask a lot of Chiefs fans, some of the people I follow on Chiefs Twitter, Chargers are one of the teams they're more scared of. I get it. They're well coached. And we're going to leave more points on the table. Man, We might lose the game because of this, honestly. I don't want to be like too much of a doomer. It's halftime and we'll get the ball to start the second half, but dog, I just don't know how you can win these types of games leaving that many points on the table. Good pressure from the lines up the middle. Aaron Glenn fired up. He's been coaching out of his mind this year. All right, Will, you kind of scared me with the last kick. Just drill this. Leave no doubt. There you go. All right. Down one. Hopefully, it'll stay that way before halftime. But it is kind of a bummer to be trailing. All right. All right. Nah, their home field advantage is crazy. Ford Field is rocking again. Maybe the rumors of the Vikings takeover were slightly exaggerated. But Wolf wanted a Justin Jefferson post touchdown or Aaron Jones out of the backfield wheel route. That would have been nice. Yeah, that would have been nice. Ron is pretty sure the Chiefs are going to three-peat if they get past the Bills. Hernan saying Bills winning it all. Yeah, there's a small part of me that's a little scared about that defense. They've got some talent. They've got some good players, and they've been a little banged up. I don't know. You think about some of the games that they've been in. I don't know. Like Derrick Henry went for almost 200 yards against them, and you saw the way that the Rams kind of battered them a little bit. I honestly think if you're the Bills, you're probably glad that the Bengals are not in, right? Simply because, like, if that game did turn into a track meet, the Bengals would at least stand a fighting chance. And I think the Broncos might be a sneaky tough matchup for them too. I like the Bills a lot. I do. I love their offense. I love Josh. They have a lot of good players. Weirdly enough, I'm almost a little more worried about their defense than the Ravens defense. I know. Dog! We just kicked it out of bounds. Dude! After we almost did that on the last kickoff. Dog, that might cost us 3 points. All right, man. Whatever. That's chill, right? Yeah. But now the Ravens defense has played pretty well. You know, you can pull up the classics since they moved Kyle Hamilton back to free safety in like week 10. Like their defense has been insane. But man. All right, we're gonna rush 3. Goff is going to take a shot, and they are in almost field goal range right there. Their kicker's got a nice leg. That is really going to cost us 3 points right there. Just another dumb mistake. Like, we've just been shooting ourselves in the foot so much. And it's not like the Lions have played bad, right? But you get a turnover like that sets up a first and goal, 3 points. You get a first and goal the previous series, no points. You're kicking it out of bounds with 20 seconds left and giving them a real shot at a field goal. Just kind of a sloppy game from the Vikings in the first half a little bit. And it's frustrating because the defense has played pretty well, but the offense and the special teams has just been so all over the place. And look at that. They're in field goal range right there. Khalif Raymond is out here making catches for him. A relic from the 2021 Lions. Timeout. Campbell's happy. Yeah, I don't blame him. Oh, Will Reichard. Oh, boy. Hernan saying, by the way, Eric, thank you for telling Oscar to take my trade. I won that league with Saquon and Bijan. I want to play the hypothetical game right here. Oh, if only Ayuk stayed healthy. Hey, you know, maybe it won you the league. Fair play. Oh, I was right to tell Oscar to get Bucky, though. I will say, Bucky Irving being in that trade caught my eye. I was like, dude, you got to get Bucky Irving. Oscar went 2-12. Hey. Just think of the hypothetical, though, if Ayuk stayed healthy, right? You had to shake up the team. You had to make a move, right? Maybe you can blame the assistant GM. That's fair, right? I got called on in a big spot, came up a little bit short. If this was a dynasty, though, right? Maybe I'm if man now, right? If this was a dynasty, it would have been a stroke of genius to get Bucky Irving. Oh, man. Yeah. Bucky's a beast. Yeah, I'm telling you. Bucky's a beast. Blocked field goal would be pretty nice. Yeah. Wolf saying that's what Flacco did for Amari Cooper and worked until the playoffs hit. Yeah. Holy cooked Oscar. Oh, I heard about that. Immaculate Grid is coming after this kick. I'm assuming you already made it on your thing that you're watching. Kick is up and good. Very cool. We are losing. Not ideal. A little frustrating. Points left on the table. There's a lot that could be said right now. But you know what? All we need to do is lock in, right? It's just that easy. We just need to lock in. Defense has been good, but I will say. Oscar's in the B League now. Oh, shoot. I didn't know we were dealing with some promotion and relegation. Well, I I am a disgrace to the club. All right, let's do an Immaculate Grid. Let's bounce back with a nice performance on this Immaculate Grid. All teams, I always appreciate when it's all teams, right? We've got Steelers, Browns, Steelers, Bucks. Hey, there you go, Ryan Astor. You got your Bucks grid right here. Steelers, Cowboys, Browns, Falcons, Falcons, Bucks, Cowboys, Falcons. We've got Browns, Bears, Bucks, Bears, and Cowboys, Bears. A lot of favorite teams represented here, right? We've got the Bucks, we've got the Steelers, we've got the Falcons. A lot of people's favorite teams. Hitchhiker's Pie asking, can we suggest players? Absolutely. That's the name of the game right there. We're going to try and get some sicko polls, see if we can get a few sub 5%ers. We'll see what we can do, but let's get started. Off the top, what are some good ones that we could do right here, right? Brown Steelers. We got the divisional crossover. I think you could get Larry Ogunjobi, right? I know he's toured like the whole AFC North. Could we get something deeper than Larry Ogunjobi? We'll keep that one in our back pocket, though. Steelers Bucks. Steelers Bucks. Did Vance McDonald ever play for the Bucks? Why do I want to say he did? Or was he got his stiff arm against the Bucks on that Monday night game back in like 2018, right? Remember that epic stiff arm? Byron Leftwich, that's a good one for Bucks Steelers. Or Le'Veon Bell, that's right. We'll do Byron Leftwich, that's a good one. Him and Charlie Batch were Big Ben's backups for a long time. 10% Byron Leftwich. Bruce Gradkowski, that's a pull right there. He did play for the Browns, didn't he? Let's see. We got to get at least one crazy one, right? Man. Falcons, Browns. Falcons, Browns. Falcons, Cowboys. We'll do Larry Ogunjobi. We'll get Larry Ogunjobi, right? Bang, 7%. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, Keanu Neal for Falcons, Cowboys. Yeah, you could always get the classic KZ for Falcons, Steelers if they are overlapping. Len Dawson, that's a crazy pull for Steelers, Browns. Really? I didn't know he played for either of those teams, to be honest. Laywell's checking it at halftime. There was a lot of missed opportunities. Yeah, if they tighten up, they could be good. Leftwich could have been a Falcon, too. All right. Bears, Browns. Man, this is low-key kind of a tough one. Cowboys, Browns. Wait, no, I read that wrong. Why am I struggling so much with this one? Man, there's so many you could get for Bucks, Falcons, right? Didn't Warwick Dunn play for both teams? I don't think we'll do him. Trying to think of like some wide receivers maybe. Falcons, Browns, nearly Deshaun Watson. That would have been crazy. Chris Chandler for Falcons, Bucks. Did he really play for the Bucks? I'm kind of getting carried by chat right now. 2% Chris Chandler. Brian Greasy, Bucks, Bears. You know, we'll take a chat carry right here. Maybe we can sneak in another one here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Jaquiz Rogers. Okay. He would have been Falcons, Bucks. Buddy Dial? Who is Buddy Dial? Felix Jones. I didn't know he played for the Steelers. Felix Jones, that's a nice one. Look at the Felix Jones picture right there. Matt Bryant. Did he play for the Browns? Is that who it was? I know he was around for a little bit. Did he sneak on the Browns at the end? Oh, I'm a little scared to do that. Steelers, Cowboys, Buddy Dial. Shoot, dude. This one has been low-key tough. Bucks, Bears. Bucks, Bears. There's got to be like some crazy ones. I put it. That's on me. That's on me. I sold right there. Not my A game right now. Really? I had no idea. That's crazy. I had no idea it was on the Bucks. All right, we got to lock in. Let's at least get a few more and then we'll move on to another one and get a little bit of redemption here. The lights have been too bright right now. Bears, Cowboys. Come on, there's got to be some there, right? Allen Hurns, my goodness. Dallas and Chicago. Allen Hurns. Look at all these crazy polls. Oh no! Allen Hurns, Dallas and Chicago. Might have been one of those cases where like, oh, he wasn't on the active roster or something maybe. Um Oh, okay. So there's got to be someone for this team, right? Because Kyle Shanahan went from being the OC of here to here. Oh, Alex Mack. That's an obvious one, but we'll take it. We'll take what we can get. 15% for Alex Mack is a little surprising. Gage Salter asking how I feel about the Lions game right now. A lot of missed opportunities. Little frustrating that we're down. We've been shooting ourselves in the foot a lot. Defense has looked good, though. Dustin Colquitt for Falcons Browns. Oh, that would have been a good one. Ditka did Chicago and Dallas. Really? Mike Ditka. Wow, 12%. Oh, Taylor Gabriel. Wait. Yeah, he was on the Browns, wasn't he, right? Taylor Gabriel, Turbo. All right, we'll get 1% Taylor Gabriel. That was a bit of a stinker. We can do one more. I got one more in me. Oh, we got colleges. All right. So, we got the Vikings on here. Oh, I could have still done Colquitt. Oh, well. Redemption right here. We've got the Vikings on the board. Surely we can get some crazy ones for this one, right? Vikings USC off the dome. You can get Darnold or Addison, right? But how about Matt Khalil or Everson Griffin? We'll do Everson Griffin. He was a later pick. Matt Khalil was like the third overall pick. Everson Griffin for 2%. I like that start. 5,000 receiving yards career for the Vikings. Obviously, you've got the obvious ones, right? You've got Moss, you've got Carter, you've got Jefferson at this point already. You've got Kyle Rudolph might have got to 5,000 if he played long enough. Diggs and Thielen both got there. Anthony Carter would be a sneaky one. I think he might have got there. Ahmad Rashad might have got there. How long did he play? Ahmad Rashad. He did play for 10 years. He was pretty good. That one's a little scary. It was back in the day. Anthony Carter had to have gotten there, right? Anthony Carter, 2%. We'll take that. All right. Can we get a sub-5 sweep for the Vikings? Vikings and Lions. What's a crazy one? So some recent ones, right? We've got Marcus Davenport, Teddy Bridgewater, Dante Culpepper you could get. Vikings, Lions. What are some other ones? Oh, well, we might come back to that. Lions, 1,000-yard receiving season. What about Hernan Moore? Madden legend right there. Or Herman Moore, sorry. Herman Moore, right? Unless there's some other deep cuts like Golden Tate. We'll do Herman Moore. 15%. Lance Allworth. Wait, did he go to USC? Or are you talking about first round draft pick in 5,000? Oh, Mike Hughes. That's a good one. Yeah, Mike Hughes. That's a disgusting one. 0.2% Mike Hughes. First round wide receiver with 5K. Lance Allworth. Bambi. That's a pretty good one right there. Keyshawn Johnson. Roy Williams. We got some good suggestions coming in here. Let's try and think of like an old player, right? Or at least older. Man, like was Roddy White a first round pick? I don't know that he was. We'll do Lance Allworth. We'll do Lance Allworth. Give Bambi a shout out. Bang, 0.2%. That kind of surprises me. I mean, he played a long time ago, so like the draft order. Willie McGinnis. Mike Hughes was good for you guys this year. Really? That shocks me. That shocks me. He had quite the career with Minnesota. He was a pick six merchant. Oh, yeah, Marshall Faulk would be a good one. This would be tough, right? You have to have the rushing and the receiving. I think you could probably get Matt Forte. You could get Christian McCaffrey. We'll do Matt Forte. No way he didn't get there. No way. Are you serious? That surprises me. Did he just miss out on like 1,000 receiving yards? Oh, 1,000. Oh, that's terrible. I thought it was career. Yeah, nah, it's got to be Marshall Falk. I mean, unless it's like CMC or the other one would be. That might be it. Maybe LaDainian Tomlinson. Yeah. That's crazy. What? 0.5%? Wow. Shocking. All right. Matt Leinart, first round USC. All right. I like that one. Matt Leinart. All right. One more here. Let's see. What were some of the suggestions here? Willie McGinnis, first rounder for. Oh, we already did the. Oh, I'm sorry, Hitchhiker's Pie. Roger Craig. Ooh, that would have been a good one. Yeah. Roger Craig. LaDainian Tomlinson never did. Might have gotten close. He did get like 100 reception season once, maybe. Oh, my mouse is all over the place right now. I'm just trying to scroll up. Keyshawn Johnson for the middle. We'll do Keyshawn. We'll do Keyshawn Johnson. 36%. All right. A little bit better. Not our best work, but what can you do? We've had better. We've had worse. Bobby Lane. The curse of Bobby Lane, right? Said the Lions would never win a game for 50 years. And then 50, obviously this is not what he meant, but 50 years after the fact, they went 0-16. The curse of Bobby Lane. That was a deep cut right there. Well, second half should be starting soon. You take a look at the win probability right now. 71.3% for the Lions. Not ideal. Yeah, Darnold's got a sub 50 completion percentage right now. Just a lot of like close misses, right? Darnold's missed a few. We've had a drop here or there, but the passing game has not been on the same page. Now, if you want to be an optimist, right, we have kind of just like been stupid for 2 quarters and we're down by 4. And we get the ball to start the second half. Maybe opening script KOC can come through for us a little bit. This is gut check right here, right? I don't know, man. What kind of adjustments can we make? Do we really want this first round bye, right? It's there. It's absolutely there. But nothing as great as Vinny Testaverde, Pats, Bucks. That would have been a good one. Yeah. Win probability is trained on bad teams. These are good teams. Look at that. A little bit of data insight right there from Hitchhiker's Pie. So, okay, here's a genuine question, right? So, for win probability, and I'll pull up my full screen here. So, like I look at the win probability for ESPN. Is that a different formula than, say, the win probability on rbsdm.com? Or is that like the same exact formula? Because I know like you look at like these fourth down recommendation models, right? ESPN's is different from Ben Baldwin's, and those are different from Next Gen Stats, I think, right? Maybe or maybe not. Or is it all like the same? But from my understanding, like it's probably, is it different? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Last week's Immaculate Grid. Yeah. I did all right. I've got a few good ones in me every once in a while, but ESPN is team adjusted, and yes, they're different. Okay, let's go. Look at that. Good insight as always. AJ's in here. Welcome to the stream, AJ, saying it has to be different. RBSDM is a random tree model derived. I'm not going to lie, dude. I'm a little too math deficient to understand what that means. I don't know what a tree model is, let alone a random tree model derived. But I believe you. ESPN takes into account timeout logic and 2-minute warnings. Okay, interesting. And other ones don't. Huh. I suppose. All right. Time to turn the monitor back off, right? No spoilers, as always. At least try our best. 3 red zone trips, no touchdowns. Darnold is 0 for 6 in goal-to-go situations. They're showing the graphic right now. Football is greater than math. But what about when you blend them? I say this as someone that struggles with math at times. There's a reason that I'm not like an engineer or anything like that, you know? Math has just never really been my strong suit, but football isn't played on spreadsheets, which is why we work in our studio. Nice. That's some coding thing, I'm assuming. There are a lot of coaches with no timeout logic. It is pretty crazy. And I mean, again, like different generation, right? But like, man, if you just had Sean McVay play Madden for like a summer, the Rams would be like a legitimately better team, you know? Will there ever be an NFL head coach that goes Dan Campbell times 10? Kevin T asks. We'll see, man, right? Because even with Dan Campbell, when you look at like the analytics, right, the Lions go for it when analytics recommends it like 60% of the time usually. Will we ever see a team at like 80 or 90% of the time? That would be like truly radical thinking. I mean, that would completely change the sport as we know it. I don't think we certainly won't see 100% ever, right? Maybe like give it 10 years. Could we see a team go for it like 80% of the time in those situations? Maybe. Maybe. That would be fascinating though. I would love to see that. All right, here we go. First play of the second half. Let's get some positive momentum going. Start with a run to Cam Akers. All right, that's fine. 2 yards, sure. First down run. All right, here you go, Sam. Fresh start for you. It's a nice little deep breath, right? This is the biggest game of his career. He has never played on a bigger stage before. You got a half down. KOC said some nice things to you, hopefully. Lock in. All right, that must have been like a choice route or something, or they are not on the same page because that was, yeah. Okay, 3rd and 8. Still not on the same page. Hitchhiker's Pie is an engineer, so this is nice for him. R Studio is how to access NFL Fast R. The play-by-play data set also got packages in Python. I'm at least vaguely familiar, as in I know that they exist. I have come across NFL Fast R before in some of my research that I do. Won't pretend to know how to work it or anything, but it is interesting. I just like how RBSDM, like I could just click and it does it for me. All right, here comes the blitz. Darnold, look out. Escape, evade, throw, broken up. Man, Robertson, let's go. Let's go. A soft bailout. Let's go. Thank you, Zebras. We'll take it. I don't even care. Shameless. We'll live with it. We'll take it. Oh, my goodness. Dude, I'm not going to lie. Amik Robertson has been playing the game of his life on Justin Jefferson. Oh, it was on Brian Branch. Let's see. He can't believe it. Branch on Addison right here. Oh, I mean, he is grabbing him 5+ yards downfield. By the book, that is the call. Again, easy for me to say as a Vikings fan, but when he immediately does this, like just instinctively, it's like, it's a little sketchy. If anything, you're drawing more attention to it. I didn't do it. You probably did then. We'll take it, but we have to take advantage, right? Play action. Darnold wants another deep shot. Nothing. Dude, Darnold has picked a heck of a time to have one of his worst games of the season. I mean, I for anyone that hasn't been watching the Vikings all season, I promise you Darnold has been good this year. I promise you Darnold has been really good this year. This has not been a normal Sam Darnold performance. I have no idea what's going on with him, though. I mean, it's just like, it's been good coverage. I will give you that. But even like the open ones, he's just missing. I don't know. He's a little frazzled, maybe. It's a tough environment, and this is the biggest game of his life. There you go. Cam Akers, big hole. Keep going. Keep going. Beat Kirby Joseph. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Cam Akers. With Aaron Jones hobbled on the sideline, Cam Akers. Let's go. Good cut. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Kirby Joseph able to hawk him down at the end. Please, please, for the love of all that is holy, find the freaking end zone. Please. Come on, man. Touchdown, Vikings. You will score a touchdown right here. You want to score a touchdown so bad. I like it. Run it. Whatever. We got stuffed. Fine. That's fine. Try the run. I don't hate it. The pass has not been working down in the tight area right there. Jones is coming back in. All right. Cam Akers' legacy game. Kevin saying Staley was trying to use analytics correctly, but the game had failed, caused him to back off. Oh, yeah, the Chiefs game. Oh, yeah. I say that, too, in the Bucs playing primetime football. Oh, yeah. NFL Index used to do it, but got taken offline. Oh, that's too bad. Now we're probably going to pass, right? Jefferson, jet motion, will fake the touch pass to him, and the Lions fly to the ball. Misdirection did not fool him, and there's that man again, Robertson. Lead in the charge. It's a positive play. I think you're looking at 4-down territory right here, right? But again, you just don't even want to entertain going for it. Let's just get it here. Let's not even have to make a decision on 4th down. Let's just get it here. Man, everything's just been so tight though, right? Are we going to go quick? Come on. Come on. Come on. Play action. Jones picks it up only for the moment. Darnold scrambling. And just nothing, dude. Like, come on. Like, we're just not getting open. There's no space and we're not getting open. Are we going to kick it? KOC is reading off his play sheet. I mean, you have to go for it, right? You're still down after a kick. I mean, this is just unbelievable. We have been inept in the red zone. Goal-to-go situations, and we're just not finding anything. The few times we have gotten open, we've missed it. But yeah, you have to go for it here. You absolutely have to. What is, like, we need to start thinking about, like, our best play right here, you know? It's time to pull out the play we've been saving now, because we need these points. Come on. What do we have? First read's not there. Darnold, again, just no one's open. Darnold has to scramble and run around. Like, we're just not getting open. Like, we're just getting our lunch money taken by this Lions secondary. This was supposed to be the matchup that we exploit. These corners are kind of snatching our chain right now. First read is never there. Darnold just runs around, and then they're still just on him. Like, even when Darnold has time to, like, look and survey and, like, hope that someone can break their route, we're still just not getting open. And you could just, like, I don't know, man. Like, you feel like it's only a matter of time until the Lions offense starts to turn things on, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe the defense stays balling out of their minds. But it's just, I mean, again, I don't want to be too much of a doomer. It's anyone's game. It's a 4-point game, right? But these are losing plays right here, right? They would be winning if they took the points. I do get that. But you, like, it's hard to have the foresight in the first half of, like, well, we're going to be in this situation again. I understand it, though. But, man, like, if they even just went 1 for 2, they'd be winning right now, too, you know? It is painful. It's just agonizing to see them get a few good plays, look good, and then just completely bungle it in a goal-to-go situation. That has been the story of the game. Anyways. Staley did fail at being a good coach. Yeah, I mean, the defense was never good, right? And he's another guy that, like, again, I don't know the dude, but just, like, seemed a bit awkward. I say this as an awkward person myself, so I can empathize with it. But, like, just seemed a little bit awkward in some of his press conferences, right? Just, you know, again, not maybe just a coordinator, you know, and, like, it's hard when you're a good schemer, but then you have to take on that extra responsibility of being the actual head coach too. It's a tough thing to balance. Very few guys can do both well, you know? So I stand with Brandon Staley, though. Wolf is back. Let's go. You missed a slight crash out when we came up short in the red zone again. Yeah. Unfortunately, the one time Riker did cook, he kicked it out of bounds and gave the Lions 3 points. I mean, yeah, there's just legitimately, I mean, right there, that was a tough throw, but you could have hit it. But for the most part, like, they're just not getting open. That one, they might have had Jones there if it was a better throw, but these scramble drills are so frustrating because, like, the whole time, Addison is not open. Jefferson's trying to cheer him up right now. Gabe's saying these teams watched my video. I mean, it is, as a neutral football enjoyer, it's refreshing to see these teams be aggressive and play to win. Oh, brother. Come on, Harry. Yes, yes, yes. The vet, Harry. The Vikings defense has come to play. We cannot waste this defensive performance, dude. Oh, my gosh. Goff with the arm punt. Come on. Like, we're winning the turnover battle, right? We've gotten a few pressures on Goff. We've held up pretty well against the run. Like, Ben Johnson is not cooking us. It's the Lions DBs that have been cooking us. And yet, it's still a game, you know? Oh, the arm punt on first down. Good job by Harry to actually secure it, you know? You love having the delay. Can watch my reaction. Let's go. All right. Come on. Come on. You know, Lions do the Jared Goff chant. Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold. Come on, Samuel. We might run it here on first down, though. Oh, believe me, we all need him to step up. Yeah, there's the run. Good cut, Jones. There you go. That's a great run on first down. Turnover battle ignores fourth down fails, which are functional turnovers. Dude, you are so smart. You were just chiming in with the perfect insight at all times. You're absolutely right. You know, we need to change the way we think about the turnover battle and include turnover on downs too. That is absolutely spot on. Dude, you have been killing it today, Hitchhiker's Pie. Again, if we were giving out helmet stickers for performances in stream, you would be getting a helmet sticker today. That's awesome. Man, we got another injury for the Lions now. Again, just cannot catch a break with the medical stuff. I mean, man, medical stuff. What a way to put it. But go to break. What is Sam Darnold's completion percentage at right now? I mean, it's got to be like it's still in the 40s, right? Who thought this would be an under game? Certainly not me. Wolf saying, you know, I've seen a former Jet make the championship before. I just can't put my finger on it. Darnold is 10 for 25. Former Jet. Clarity of mind arrives at 3:15 a.m. Oh, across the pond. Nice. Well, I appreciate you spending your early morning over here. I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right, we'll turn the monitor back off. I just wanted to see. Darnold's got the Anthony Richardson stat line going right now, unfortunately. Am I going to not his fault him too? Yeah. Okay, Applebee's. The really big meal deal. It'd be a really big deal if we could score a touchdown. I mean, we have not found the end zone so far today, you know? Man, it must be pretty bad. They're taking a decent-sized break here. Well, we got to get the Deal or No Deal Island in commercial. Sorry, guys. This is pretty important. Explosions? What kind of Deal or No Deal is this? It's intense. Oh, have to get the Stu Virginia commercial in too, guys. But we'll give you a shot of the fans. There's a little bit of purple there. Definitely, I mean, the Lions' home field advantage has been felt. Goodness gracious. It has been felt in this one. Stu, Virginia. I'm the W. Oh, hold on. One more promo. The Sony Open in Hawaii. Sorry, I'm being a little salty right now. I just want to get back to the game. Someone's in pain and is injured, and like they obviously need to help him. I'm over here being a little baby about all these commercials. Oh, geez. There's Terrion Arnold. Had to get helped off. Oh, that didn't look good. Well, 2nd and 3. Are we going to pick on the new guy that comes in? That's kind of the trend, right? Screen to Jones. I like it. There we go. Plus territory. Only good part of Deal or No Deal commercials. The booty bump. No, Howie, no Watchy. Howie Mandel, the legend. You know, I used to go hard at those Deal or No Deal arcade games. If you know, you know. Deal or No Deal at Space Aliens. Space Aliens. If you know, you know. Best fries in the galaxy. The CGI is pretty bad. Yeah. Oh, I could kill for some Space Aliens right about now. The perfect pepperoni pizza from Pluto. Darnold is going to just chuck it, and it's nearly picked. And we got to be careful that that's not a grounding. That might be grounding. I think they're going to get him for grounding. There was not an eligible receiver. Yeah. Man, our offense has been kind of cooked. It's just not the Lions' season. I mean, yeah, the injuries suck. It has definitely not been their year as far as injuries go. I will say they are 14-2, and they might still get the number 1 seed and home field advantage, you know. So, but I get it. I get it. I get it. But yeah. Darnold is picking the wrong time to turn back into Sam Darnold. This is the Darnold that saw ghosts, man. The power roll. If I could be on any game show, what would I choose first? Let me think about that while I watch us get 4 yards on 2nd and 23. Who's playing worse, Darnold or Goff? Still probably Darnold. I don't know. Some bad mistakes that have cost us points. Killed some drives. There you go. Jefferson. Man is down, so just get some yards after the catch. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Jeez Louise. What game show would be fun? Family Feud would be pretty fun. Get the family on Family Feud. I would enjoy that. All right. Well, here we go. Big 3rd down. 3rd and 6. It's very doable. Would we go for it again? Da! We might actually kick it here, though. I don't know. It's 4th and 6. That's pretty long. Like, we just look bad, dude. Our defense has been sick. Our defense has been sick. Our offense has just been bad. Like, Jefferson should catch that. Wipeout would be fun. You know? It just sucks. It feels like we're wasting a great performance from our defense right now. Rijkaard drilled it. There you go. We're down 1. But man, oh man, oh man. Recommendation was to go for it, but don't like it. Rock and hard place. I get it. Yeah, I mean, just cut it to a 1-point game. Dude, this has been one of our worst performances of the season on offense, legitimately. Just all the sick plays that we've hit through the passing game, the past month, 2 months even. It's been drops, it's been misses, it's been sacks, it's been penalties. I mean, it's just been a little bit of everything. Like, we just have looked a little tight. Dude, I would take a Steelers, Boswell, Mike Tomlin type of victory. I truly could not care less. We could win the most disgusting 12-10 game possible. I truly do not care. I just want us to leave here with a W. That's all I want. That's all I want. We'll see. C-Stick saying the Vikings. Hold on, I got to scroll back up to see this. C6 saying the Vikings would be up 12-10 if they just took the points, which your last video you said you should never do. Maybe I'm missing something, but fourth down attempts seem to never work. Kevin saying C-Stick, you only notice attempts that fail. Yeah, and I understand what you're saying. I will say, I do get it. In this situation, yes, if they went back and kicked it every time. And I will say, like, easy for me to say after the fact, and I could have made this a little bit clearer. Like, I'm not saying, like, you should always go for it every single situation, right? But I do tend to favor being aggressive on fourth down, whether it's the numbers or the vibes or just the competitive nature of doing it, right? For me, it's like, it just like that's on us for like not getting these fourth downs, right? Like, that's just us being bad. I don't think it's necessarily a bad call. Like, we just need to execute, right? Like, it's fourth down and we're just not getting open. That's not like the fault of us choosing to go for it. It's the fault of us never getting open once in these situations, right? Like, we're just getting outplayed right now. So as I always like to say, line up and compete. We've been lining up to compete, but we've been getting dogged a little bit. I mean, that's on us. That's on us. But both ESPN and RBSDM recommended going for it. RBSDM favored it a lot more. Vikings offense did look anemic. I think I'm saying that right. Wolf is hyped up for the field goal battle. Yeah. But yeah, you know, if the Vikings do lose this game, there will be some second guessing of those fourth down attempts, which is ironic because it's against the Lions of all teams, right? But I like the decisions to go for it. We just need to play better. You know, if we end up losing this game, I'm not going to say, oh, we lost because we should have kicked it. Nah, we lost because, like, Terrion Arnold has been clamping us up and Amik Robertson has been clamping us up. Well, here we go. Can the defense do it again? I'm over the moon with how our defense has played. But you still, you hold your breath, right? Every drive. Like, where's the big Gibbs run? Where's the St. Brown 30-yard catch? Where's the Jameson Williams 50-yard touchdown that I was worried about, right? We've got a few turnovers, you know. We've come to play, though, I will say. If we lose this game, it'll be hard to blame the defense, you know. It'll be hard to blame the defense. Play action. Oh, they just got it over him. That was nice. I can't even lie. That was nice. Man, we were in the lane there. Oh. Yeah. Now, KOC has been pretty good about managing this game, I think. Everyone picking the overs, losing big. Vegas made the call. Reed Champagne is in here. Welcome to the stream, Reeds. And been watching Matt LaFleur try to be Dan Campbell all year, and the Packers have left many points and leads on the table because of it. Yeah. It's risky. They're going to get the push. They're going to get the push. Crowd going crazy for it. Oh, yeah. Giving up you want to talk about momentum, right? Yeah, you maybe could lose momentum, which is tough to define, but I still think it exists. I'm not going to say momentum doesn't exist, but yeah, you could lose momentum if you don't get it. But if you do, that's just backbreaking for the defense, right? To give up a fourth down. No. Now what? We got more whistles. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Harrison Phillips is down? Dude, that is not good news for us. He is such an important piece of this defensive line. Oh, I bet you the Lions are seeing this and licking their chops right now. They're going to be ready to run the ball here on this next play. That would be a brutal loss for the Vikings right there. Man. He has been like the guy that has really held together this defensive front all season long. Next man up, I mean, it's going to be Jerry Tillery and Jalen Redmond and Jonathan Bullard, you know. Bills legend Harrison Phillips. Oh, was he poked in the eye? I suppose he was kind of doing that a little bit. You have to imagine the Lions are going to try and run it here, right? Test this front without their best player now. Yep. And he got it. He got it. Kevin says, if you go all in with a strong hand playing poker and the opponent draws out on you, that doesn't mean you made the wrong decision. Oh, yeah. Trust the process. No. Man. All right. Lions are now in Vikings territory. This is where things get interesting. Come on. Oh, they set it up to Jameson. What a tackle by Byron Murphy. Whoo. Very good tackler from the cornerback position. Byron Murphy crashing down right there. My goodness. Man. Got to be careful hitting that low, but what a hit. Man, we needed something like that. Loss of 5. Oh, now what? Full start? Please. Push him back. Push him back. Way back. All right. Come on. 2nd and 20. Surely we won't screw this up, right? Surely. Surely there's no way the Lions don't hit an 18-yard pass right here to make it 3rd and 2. Come on. Come on. Harry's still not out there, I don't think. Yeah, look at that. 17. Can't complain. Oh, jailbreak from Pace. Bro, I literally called it. That's like, come on. Are you kidding me? Like, to the T, the exact play that they hit right there. Good blitz pickup from Craig Reynolds right there. My goodness. That's a great piece of blocking by the back. Good catch by Laporta. Yeah. It's a curse, man. I tell you, it's a curse. 3rd and 2. Surely they'll take 2 cracks at this, right? Unless we get a sack. Nope. Oh, he held on. St. Brown first down. I don't know, man. This might be a game-changing drive right here. I don't like the way things are trending right now with this drive. I don't have a lot of faith in our offense. I did going into this game. This has been the opposite of what I thought it would be. I thought our offense would keep us in this game. But now, like, I mean, again, it's only a matter of time before they start getting drives like this, right? You're not going to hold the Lions to 10 points the whole game. There's Jameson Williams. That is like 2nd catch of the game, I think. It hasn't been a very busy game for him so far. They're showing the Van Ginkel stat line right now. Let's go. What a year he's had. It does feel like death by 1,000 paper cuts, and that's usually how these Lions Vikings drives have gone for the Lions. Is they just get you with like these short to intermediate bursts, you know? Look at that. Phillips is back in. I think they got the first down. Oh, they might mark him short. But man, just like they'll run it and get 4 yards on you, and then they'll just hit St. Brown or they'll hit JMO. I mean, the bag is so deep for this Lions offense, even without David Montgomery, right? And there's a dejected looking Justin Jefferson on the sideline, you know? Keeping this offense off the field. 3rd and inches. Now we got whistles. What's this? Review? Oh, are they just going to be like, actually, New York says it's a first down? Yep. Yep. Cool. I don't have a good feeling about this. There's still a lot of game left. There's still a lot of game left, but the Lions dominate time of possession. They have been. It's been a long drive. Long drive. Man. even like that run doesn't look like much, but you'll take like 3 to 4 yards on first down, you know? It's been tough. Hey, it'd be nice if we could return the favor. Maybe keep them out of the end zone here. You can't keep counting on these turnovers. You feel like we've maybe cashed in our turnovers for the game, you know? Would be nice, but fake pitch, St. Brown. We'll live with that. Kevin asking, will the loser of this game have carryover effect next week? Assuming that means like, will the loss effect? I mean, maybe a little bit, right? Like, this is an exhausting game, both mentally and physically. This game has meant so much to both these teams. All the buildup. Will there be a bit of a hangover? Maybe. I mean, and you got to go on the road, right? Like, it's certainly possible. Now, again, ideally, you'd like to think, hey, whoever loses, we're a 14-win team. Like, that really shouldn't matter. But it might. It might. 3rd and 4. Please. Please. 3rd and 4. They run it. They're short. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Can we catch another break? Can the defense come through? You also get to cruise in versus LA. See, I mean, you got to go to the West Coast. I don't know. I will say you get an extra day of rest though. That is nice. But they are a scary team, man. Here we go. Here we go. They're going for it. We all knew this was going to happen, right? I mean, they're so good at these situations. They're so good at getting 2 yards when they need 2 yards. I don't like this. Yeah. Touchdown. That was inevitable. That's the difference. The Lions have finished a single drive, right? Well, 2 now, right? That's the difference. They finished a drive, you know? Can't blame the defense. They have held up their end of the bargain all game long. Yeah, they got another one on us. No. For all the weapons that we have on offense, KOC is this offensive wizard, right? Darnold has been playing so well. Cannot blame the defense right now for us being down. Man, that would be pretty sick. Getting a ticket to that Rams playoff game, that would be pretty sick. Oh, yeah. Stafford has sucked under pressure, and Minnie especially has the personnel to do it. Yeah. He sure didn't suck against us last time, though. That's what I'll say. He sure didn't suck against us last time. Okay, here's a question for you, Hitchhiker's Pie. Genuine question. This is something I've never understood. Because if I'm not mistaken, the analytics don't really support this either, right? Here's my question, right? So the Lions were up 1, and then they scored a touchdown. Why wouldn't you go for 2 there to try and make it a 2-score game? And if you don't get it, it's a 7-point game, right? I'm genuine. Like, is there a reason why coaches don't do that? I know like a lot of people aren't like a lot of coaches aren't tapped into like the down 8 test and stuff like that, right? But if I recall, I remember reading a 538 article about this and it said like, oh, it didn't recommend that. Could you give me like a dumbed down explanation of why teams mathematically would not want to try and make it a 2-score game there? Because I that's something I do in Madden all the time, right? I try and make it a 2-score game. If you get the 2, you know, it's a 9-point game. You don't get it, still a 7-point game. But oh, it's Monday at 5. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. That would be sick, though. That would be pretty sick. You know, if the Vikings and Falcons was the first round matchup, I would have tried to go, and I would have even tried to go down to Tampa, but find a local bar to watch Rams fans lose their mind in the second half. That would be fun. Oh yeah. It's because the 2-point conversion rate is less than 50%. I suppose it's like 47, 48, right? I guess that checks out. But that's just something I would have always done, you know, just make it a 2-score game. Especially, it literally happened today in the Bucs Saints game, right? The Bucs scored a touchdown, and this was like late in the game. Like there was like less than 2 minutes left, right? And it's like, man, if you're Tampa, like you can pretty much end the game by going for 2. Ah, but Vikings Falcons. I would have enjoyed that. A little rematch in the Benz, but okay. So Hitchhiker's Pie saying you trade your opponent getting a less than 50% play call to maybe tie it up versus you doing that and instead they can tie easier or go for 2 and win. Okay. All right. That's legit. That makes sense. Mathematically, that checks out. All right. I still would do it. Sometimes I go rogue, but that checks out. But 2-point conversion rate has been down this year for insert narrative here. Interesting. I did not know that. I mean, clearly, watching the Vikings play, clearly it is impossible to score when you're like 5 yards out or less, Like, I don't know. Like, I'm surprised teams are allowed to do that. Yeah, I'm with you, Hernan. Man, it's 10:36. That'll be a late night tonight. That's okay, though. It'll either be a happy late night or a sad late night. But we'll see. All right. Good, honest run. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, I'm a sucker for like risking it for the biscuit, right? I'm always the guy too, like when I'm playing like Madden or NCAA, I'm always the guy that like if I get a chance to go for 2 for the win, I will. Every single time I will go for 2 for the win. Granted, the stakes are maybe a little bit lower in a video game, but yes, yes. Oh, it's speedy again. It's speedy again. You can argue I'm built different on the 2-point conversion if you have a great reason, such as our QB is Josh Allen or your offensive line is dominant like Detroit and Philly. Oh, yeah. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, they're pointing that way, maybe. Yes. Let's go. Yeah. Hernan's glad I agree. Let's go. Been arguing that for years. Cam saying defense dominant game. Don't go for 2. Offense dominant. Go ahead. Shouldn't be one or the other. I mean, I just always give in to the voices, just go for it. Look at that. A little bit of discourse right there. All right. Well, we're in Lions territory. So, in other words, Detroit's got us right where they want us. The Lions are like, let's go. The Vikings are getting closer to the end zone. So, it's going to be harder for them to score. Man. AJ asking, late night, am I in that snowstorm path? Do I have work tomorrow? I mean, it would be pretty sick. I know there was like rumors of like some ice coming our way, but I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, got popped there. Josh Oliver. I'll have to look at the radar, but I get the feeling I'll be going to work tomorrow. There was a lot of people saying we might get snow up here in North Georgia, but I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, Cam asking about going for 2, down 14 and scoring a touchdown. The down 8 test. All right. Well, after this 3rd and 4, I will give my take on the down 8 test because that is something I like wholeheartedly believe. Like every team should do that. Maybe Hitchhiker's Pie can beat me to it though. But that one, I'm like, oh yeah, I do that every time. 3rd and 4. Darnold has a pocket. God, again. Like, just so much, like, so many close calls. Just, Alex Anzalone. Is this his first game back? Hawkinson sabotage. Oh. Oh. They're going to kick, I guess. I don't know, man. After that last Lions drive. Now what? Well, this is no gimme. 52 yards. Come on, Will the Thrill. Dude, if he misses, it's low-key over. If he misses its kick, it's low-key over. Yeah. I don't know, man. Just not our day. Just did not bring good football to Detroit, man. I don't know. That was tough. Well, I have a hard time believing this offense can make up a two-score game. Shades of Blair Walsh. Yeah. So, anyways, the reason why teams will go for two, right? It's a 14-point game. Team scores a touchdown. They are now down 8 points, right? Reason why you might go for two is, as Hitchhiker's Pie correctly pointed out, it is not a perfect 50-50 chance. 2-point conversion is about 48% chance you get it right. So about a coin flip. Realistically, it's about a coin flip if you get it. Now, if you get it on that first one, then you are now down 6 points. And especially if it's late in the game, you cut out any need for overtime, right? Because regardless of whether you get the 2-point conversion or not, you need a stop and another touchdown. Even if you don't get the 2-point conversion, you're down 8. It's a one-score game. Situation is still the same. Stop, touchdown, and then you just need to go back and try another 2-point conversion. Mathematically speaking, you would like to think you get at least one. But if you get that first one, then you can eliminate the need for overtime. There's no coin flip, no extra football, no nothing. You win the game in regulation. And as Kevin is pointing out, the Titans beat the Dolphins last year doing that. The Packers also beat the Saints last year doing that, right? Now, if you look at the numbers, typically this is recommended by about midway through the third quarter, if I'm not mistaken, but you'll see coaches be really open to doing this in the fourth quarter. And yes, we had a few examples of that work out, and teams more or less won the game because they did that last year. I think I did it all right job with that, but Camu wishes the forward pass hadn't ever been invented. Real football right there. Take me back to the days of Steve Van Buren, right? Or Martin Van Buren. One of them is a president. The other is like an Eagles running back from the 40s. Take me back to the days of Marion Motley and Ollie Matson. Why did the ref do that? I have no idea. They did ice him, though. Yeah, let's go. I did a decent job. Let's go. But that is what they call the down 8 test in a lot of analytic circles. And your man, Mike Tomlin, has failed the down 8 test a lot of times. That's right. Teddy Roosevelt advocated for the forward pass because too many people were dying while playing football. That's a true story. Sean says, if 2-point likelihood is ever over 50%, why would anyone kick a field goal? Expected value for 2 points is higher. There you go. Steve Van Buren is the Eagles running back. Martin Van Buren was the president. Okay. I got there. But oh, the Vikings. Oh, the Vikings. You might see Doomer Doctor if we win this game. Or if we lose this game. We're like, oh, it's over. We're going to lose by 50 to the Rams. Jefferson's going to ask to be traded to the Bengals. KOC is going to get traded to the Raiders. The Wilfs are going to move the team to Hawaii. The Minnesota Vikings will cease to exist as we will become the Hawaiian swordfish. And the Minnesota Vikings will be no more just because we couldn't score in the red zone. Or we could win the game. Either one of those two options. But PAT is about 93%. Okay, that checks out. Yeah, you see a few blocked, a few missed every once in a while. Makes sense. Yeah, it could be the dagger. We'll see. I mean, we pretty much need a stop here, right? Even a field goal makes it a 2-score game. And again, I don't love our offense's chances in a 2-score game, to be quite honest with you. Now Laporta's throwing stiff arms. What is that, Michael B. Jordan gif, right? Like, yep. Oh, that's a language I can't read. Oh, oh, come on. Oh, Ginky, we needed it. That's what I'm talking about. I swear to you, he has had like 3 or 4 of those that he could have had on top of the 2 that he had. Oh my goodness. Gah! Ah! Ah! That would have been the play of the season. No. Oh, he should have had it. This is where they kill you. We gave them a lifeline. He's short. Yeah. Oh. All right. Come on. Football gods. Oh, Saint Bud Grant, give us a break. Nope. First down, Jamison Williams. Did I vacuum recently? Not really, to be honest. It's been like a week, maybe. Why is my rug looking nice? uh, I have good carpet lines. I don't know what to say, man. I honestly haven't been down here a lot recently. A baggy carpet. I mean, I'll take it. It's been like maybe a week since I vacuumed down here. I have a decent vacuum. Well, here we go. I mean, you all saw what happened. You know what? I believe the first stage of grief is denial, right? There's still a lot of game left. There's still a lot of game left. 13:06, 2-score game. I'm in denial. This is still a game. This is still a game. 15-point game, right? Touchdown, 2-point conversion. Touchdown, 2-point conversion. We win the division. First round bye. Dominate the divisional. Dominate the championship. Storybook Super Bowl run. It's okay. There's still 13 minutes left. There's still 13 minutes left. The game is not over. There's doom and gloom in the chat. There's doom and gloom in my mind. But you know what? We fight. We fight. We hold the line. The game is not over. Folks, it ain't over till it's over. This is Kevin O'Connell's Minnesota Vikings. We all thought the game was over against the Bills not that long ago, right? 2 years ago. Bills were up 17 in the third quarter. Diggs made that ridiculous one-handed catch to get a 3rd and 18 to end the fourth quarter. That game was over. Or was it? We were down 33-0 to the Colts at halftime, getting booed off the field. Embarrassing. We were frauds, we were terrible and stupid, and didn't deserve to be in the NFL. That game wasn't over either. This game ain't over. Show me something, Sammy Skull. Show me something. Show me something, Vikings. We are not prepping for LA just yet. We are not hitting the road just yet. We will not go quietly. Do not go quiet into that good night. Rage against the dying of the light. First play, Justin Jefferson, 26-yard catch. Get us back in it. Then a Jalen Naylor end around for 17 more. And then a touchdown. And then we're back in it. That's all we need. 26 yards, 17 yards, and then a big touchdown. We will not just essentially have a first round bye. We will have a first round bye. Come on. All right. Here is where we are tested. if we are truly a great team, if this is truly the greatest Vikings team of my lifetime, we will score a touchdown and make it a game right here. Let's go. Got people fired up. It ain't over. They're going to have to take us off the field. No wise men at their ends. No, dark is right. Well, I'm not that wise of a man, am I? All right, here we go. You know what's funny? I'm assuming that's like the continuation of the poem. I only know the part from Interstellar. I don't know the actual poem. 4 verts every play. There you go. All right. Ball game Detroit. We'll see. 13:06, 3 timeouts. That's a whole lot of time in football time. That is a whole lot of time. All right. Find Jefferson. He's such a beast. He's just got so much aura. Man, I gotta say, I gotta tip my cap to this Lions defense. They have been some dogs tonight. They have come to play. I want to talk about this Vikings defense coming to play. This Lions defense, man. I don't know how they do it. All these injuries and everything, but they are just some tough sons of guns. Oh, yeah, we need a touchdown on this drive. Akers cutback and a sick 4-yard run. All right. All right. Oh, look at that. The forearm of Alex Anzalone. Stitch game goes crazy. Oh, it's only 2 yards. Okay. Well, here we go. Look out. Screen. Man, they're just there. You know, we still got a few yards, but they're just there. It's not as simple as this. It's not. But honestly, so much of defense really does just boil down to care and effort and wanting to play. And man, if this Lions defense doesn't want to play, I mean, my goodness. Yeah. No, very true. Right field position, you're still playing it if you go for it deep, you know. If you Can you tell I'm nervous? Come on, snap the ball. Snap the ball. Darnold has time. Someone get open. Bro, no one is getting open. Oh my gosh, please. Yes. Bail out. Bail out. Yes. Anzalone's upset. Anzalone's upset. Let's go. All skill right there. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Man, I will say, like, dude, like, I mean, I'll have to go back and watch the all 22 of this later, but we are just straight up not getting open. Now we got someone down for the Lions up front. Man. Is Sean asking, is the winning coach guaranteed coach of the year? Maybe, because I guess voting for that starts or is tomorrow, right? I could see it giving to whoever wins this game. Now, again, might be a little bit biased. I think the best case you can make for KOC is the Vikings over-under win total for this season was 6.5 wins. And yet here they are playing for the number 1 seed. Their rookie quarterback went down with injury, right? Yes, the Lions had injuries too, but most of those happened within like the past 3 weeks. You know, it's not like they've played the full season this injured, right? Round, and I mean, they're a 14-win team when they were expected to be last in the division. If you want to give it to Campbell, that's fine. I'm not going to like go January 6th, the NFL's headquarters or something, but I don't know. I think KOC's got a great case for it. But winning this would be pretty nice. But Anzalone versus Hawkinson. Loser has to use the other's conditioner. Yeah, talk about a contrast in hair right there, right? You got the grizzled the grizzled Viking look for Hawkinson. Anzalone's just got the nice smooth flow right there. But 2nd and 9. It's not like we're in a big rush here, but we're trying to unlock him. Amik Robertson's kind of locked him, though. Bro, again, just like we're going to Hawkinson and it's incomplete. Hawkinson sabotage. I'm not going to lie. Like, I think what that just makes me so mad is like we're just getting straight up out physical, right? Whatever. Maybe he's grabbed. Maybe he's. You're going to be one of the best. I mean, okay, you got a paw in there, right? But it's just so frustrating to see us. Like, it's not just that we're losing. Like, we're kind of getting slapped around a little bit. The Lions have out-physicaled us at every single turn. Come on. And now it's a sack. It's over. Whatever. All right, I had my fun being in denial. This game is over, dude. We got punched in the mouth today. The Lions are grittier than us. They work harder than us. They're more physical than us. We've got these shiny receivers, and they're getting their chains snatched by Amik Robertson and Terrion Arnold. And Alex Anzalone has got TJ Hawkinson in prison. I have moved to anger a little bit. This is me reining it in right now. I'm like actually pretty upset. Oh, and of course it's this team too. Respect to all the Lions fans. Believe me, I love you guys. But man, I wanted to beat this team. Man, I wanted to beat this team. Any points completely ends this game. You know. You know. Oh, man. Now I mean, yeah, that's the Dan Campbell effect. Maybe that's the case you can make for Dan Campbell as coach of the year, right? Like, he's got him playing hard, you know? And it's so, again, this kind of ties into what I think I want my next video to be about. I don't have the full idea yet, but I'm doing a lot of research on like coaches right now, coordinators turn coaches and culture coaches, right? You know, here's something that I've just been thinking about a lot recently, right? There's a lot of people that call Dan Campbell a coordinator merchant and, well, I can't wait to see what he looks like without Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn, right? And Dan Campbell doesn't really do anything. I don't know how you can watch this game and tell me that Dan Campbell isn't still the most important figure on this team, right? He came in day one and set a philosophy built around grit. And you can say that it's corny and all that stuff, right? But at the end of the day, even though there's no like stats you can point to, it's just something you can see, right? This is a team that plays like they have grit posted up in their meeting room, right? This plays like a team that started from the bottom. Now they're here, right? Like, that is the culture. That is the Dan Campbell effect, right? The Lions would not be the Lions without Dan Campbell. Yes, Ben Johnson gives them the schematic edge, and he's a great coordinator. But Dan Campbell makes these Lions who they are, and we're seeing that tonight. You know what? If Ben Johnson did leave, they'd be fine. I think they'd be fine. I really do, man. They're depleted on defense. They got pushed around last week. They're tired coming off a short week in a game that didn't even mean anything, and yet they laid it all out on the line. And now on a short week with even more injuries, they're still just like straight up like out muscling us. Like, on paper, this Vikings receiver room should beat the Lions corners. Like, they just straight up should, right? But they aren't, because the Lions corners have been in their grill and have been more physical. And I say this as some dude just sitting on my chair, right? But it's just very frustrating to watch. And it's one thing if we lost, but to lose like this, to just get punched in the mouth and honestly just look lifeless. The ball's out. I don't care. We're not going to get it. He's probably down anyways. That's what I think is so frustrating, right? And I don't like we can make up for all of it by winning 4 games in a row. I don't know, man. I'm with you, Hitchhiker's Pirate. The Lions in 2021 were not good on 4th down, but he stood on business and he stuck with it, right? You know what? It might have really hurt them in the NFC Championship game last year. He stuck with it and stood on business. I mean, they're already in field goal range now. So Bijan over Gibbs, right? I actually still stand by that. I really do. Believe me, both are excellent players, right? I still think Bijan is a more complete back. I really do. Gibbs is a little bit better in the open field, and they're both great receivers. Bijan's a better blocker. I think he's still just like a better pure runner. And not to do like the whole hypothetical thing, but like, I don't know, man. Bijan in this Lions offense would be ridiculous. I don't know, man. Yeah. They're very close, right? They act like two legends cannot coexist. I will tell you, there ain't many backs I'm taking over Gibbs, though. I will tell you that. But no, I genuinely have Bijan at 3. I would only take Henry and Saquon, or I guess Saquon and Henry over Bijan. But no, look at that, Gibbs owning us again. Is this acceptance? Yeah, you're seeing all the stages of grief. I don't think I'm quite to acceptance yet, to be honest. I'm not quite to acceptance. I'm still probably a little bit in the anger territory. What's the other? Is there like sadness or something? Or like, I don't remember all the stages, but yeah. Bijan is this Lions offense? Is David Montgomery? Nah. And I love David Montgomery a lot. Nah. Nah. Bijan is ridiculous, dude. He is such a good back. Like, it genuinely would not shock me if Bijan was first team All Pro next season, right? Like, he quietly had an insane season this year statistically, And I still think, like, you know, the Falcons, the way they used him, it was like all zone runs this year. Like, they had very little variety in their run game. And especially when they had Kirk in there, right? Teams could just sit on what they were running. And yeah, he's bargaining Bijan. I am in kind of bargaining, I guess. I was bargaining for KOC to still be coach of the year. Oh, yeah, I still stand by that. I don't care. You know what? Everyone thought we were going to suck so hard this year and we shouldn't even try. And we were such a laughing stock. Goodness, I've been bargaining. At least I'm laughing and have a smile on my face. Logan says, I hope. Oh, I mean, I'm doing well. It's just a football game, right? I'll be sad for like 30 minutes. I probably won't even go to bed sad. Like, I won't lie. I'm not bigger than like being sad when my favorite team loses. Of course not. You know what? Yes, this does mean a lot to me, right? Like, yes, I am upset. And yes, like, this does have an effect on how my day went, but it's not going to like affect my overall mental health. But I mean, like, there's some people that's like, wow, I just don't care. It's like, okay, well, then you can't be happy when your team is good too, right? Like, I don't know. You see, granted, Twitter's not real, right? It's just social media. But you see a lot of people run oh, I'm so enlightened because I'm above this silly sports business, It's like, all right. Bro, I know they're not going for it. Hold on a second. Actually, this helps us. They're not going to snap the ball. They're not going to snap it. They're not going to snap it. All right, I've seen enough. Relegate us to the FCS. We can play NDSU tomorrow. It's fine. The Bison will probably beat us. Cam Miller would throw for 400 yards on us. It is. All right, fine. Dan Campbell can be coach of the year. Jared Goff can get MVP. Offensive player of the year, St. Brown. Defensive player of the year, Amik Robertson. Fans of the year, Detroit Lions. Stadium of the year, Ford Field. Comeback player of the year, Jared Goff again. I don't think he got it the first time, but executive of the year, Brad Holmes. Touchdown, Gibbs. Let's go. His fourth. Yay. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. Actually, no. Sewell should get Offensive Player of the Year because he's just so epic. Are the Minnesota Vikings the worst 14-win team ever? We're already the worst 13-win team ever. Oh, there's still time for a Tim Patrick touchdown. Don't worry about that. There's still plenty of time for that. No, it's going to be a Dan Skipper touchdown. You know. Dan Skipper is going to throw it to Sewell, and it's going to be the greatest play ever. New stage, psychotic break from reality. Oh, I escaped reality probably about 4 minutes ago, to be honest. We need a Munoz award for best offensive tackle. I actually do agree with that. That would be pretty sick. I mean, if we had like position-based awards like college football, that would be sick. I could get down with that. That would be pretty awesome. We want the Argonauts. Bryce Lance legacy game. He's good, man. He can play. I like me some Bryce Lance. He's a good receiver. Trey Lance's brother, receiver for NDSU. You know what? This is what we're going to do. We're going to look at Bryce Lance stats because those are fun and happy. That's not Bryce Lance. There we go. Look at that. He's closing in on 1,000 receiving yards. 16 receiving touchdowns. That is a school record for NDSU. He's had some great catches in his bag this year, right? Biggest game of the season. It was not technically the battle for the Dakota marker, but the border rivalry with the Jackrabbits, right? Ears down. 3 tutties, 6 for 125. Maybe some team will take a chance on him. I don't know. I could see him getting drafted, right? He's got good size. He could play, man. I think a team should take a look at him. That's what I'll say. The Bach Award for quarterback. Van Buren for running back. Hudson, Ditka, Munoz, Hannah, Otto. I love that. That's awesome. How is this going to affect LeBron's legacy? Well, I'm sure LeBron picked the Lions, right? Because LeBron is the greatest of all time and the Lions are the greatest of all time. And GOAT recognizes GOAT. Mel Hein. That's a pull right there. Oh, let's go. Mel Hein mentioned. That's awesome. Jerry Jones likes him some Trey Lance. Hey, Trey Lance played a game today. 5th career start, baby. Let's go. Horns up. Let's go. Hernan watched NDSU versus SDSU highlights the other day. Bryce Lance was hooping. He's good. He's a good player. Oh, yeah. Cam Miller, quarterback, might get drafted a little bit. You either get drafted or you don't. You might get drafted like day 2, day 3, right? Quarterback university, NDSU, some are saying. All right. Can we at least get some Jefferson stat padding? That would be nice. Just a nice stat pad drive right here. 5 catches for 60 yards. We're not going to hunt down Chase and keep him from getting the Triple Crown. That's fine. Whatever. Stat pad. Oh, yeah. Alan Page. At least let me have that. Oh, it would be awesome. No, we got to start advocating for this. Final stage of grief, LeBron. I need the sunshine. Hawkinson tackled immediately. Okay, Anzalone punching the ball away. There's Brad Holmes. Man, what a job he's done. Detroit Lions, 15-2, number 1 seed. LeGrief, there you go. LeGrief, beautiful. Ah. There you go, Darnold. Yeah, scramble. Mobile quarterback. Yeah. Is that Lamar Jackson out there? You know what? This is a drive for pride right here. How much do we like being the Minnesota Vikings? Let's end the regular season with a touchdown. How about that? Pear Champ saying, looks like Rakija Brown wins the Docs Pick'em League. Yeah, Rakija Brown, if you are out there, you are the winner of the Pick'em League, and we got to get you your prize. Said I'd fund it with the pigskin parlay money. Shout out Rakija Brown. If you are out there, you have won. Congratulations. That was pretty nice. Oh, penalty. Reed saying, I feel you watching the Packers get embarrassed by the lowly Bears at home today has me not excited for the playoffs. Yeah, I get that. You know, it just sucks losing going into the playoffs, right? Doomer Vikings Twitter is going to be doing numbers tonight. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah. Doomer Vikings Twitter is about to go crazy. It's such a bad taste. And again, I say this, like, I'm not out there on the field, so I can only imagine what the players feel like. But even for me as a fan, dude, losing sucks. Like, it just sucks. You want to get that taste out of your mouth as quickly as possible, you know? There you go. Let's just get out of this game healthy, right? I mean, we do not need a garbage time injury, you know? Just would be tough if we went out without even scoring a touchdown, you know? Yeah. That's a great question, Gabe. I do think, wow. Here's what I'll say. Fair or not, because again, like Darnold has been, I swear, Darnold has been legitimately great for the most of the season, right? He has been a great quarterback for us. One that I think is good enough to get him a second contract. Fair or not, I will say though, just because we have JJ McCarthy, right, like waiting in the wings and we really liked him, if he plays like this again next week and we lose, that might legitimately cost him the job. It really might. I mean, the Vikings management has been pretty adamant, like JJ's the guy, right? Like they've always liked him and they're all about process. And if you know Kwesi, he's a Moneyball guy, right? And he's always talked about, he said these exact words, right? The financial hack of having a quarterback on a rookie contract. They really want that. And they really believe in this system with the weapons and KOC. I honestly think if Darnold gives them the reason to move on, they will. Now, for like the past 2.5 months, he has not given them a reason to move on at all. But fair or not, even if it's back-to-back weeks of this, that might be enough where they're like, all right, this is what we've always kind of wanted to do. Now he's making it easy for us. And I will say, man, fair or not, to have a stinker like this in the biggest game of the season, yeah, it kind of sucks. And yeah, it's something they'll at least think about. But Pearchamp thinks he'll still come back. Oh, I mean, there's absolutely a shot, right? Even if they win one game in the playoffs, it becomes a more interesting conversation. But I will say, secretly, JJ McCarthy is probably like, thank God, he finally had a bad game. Caden's asking, what's the parlay total? It's $149. So it'll probably be a jersey. That's the prize will be a jersey. Be a nice jersey of your choice, right? Obviously, it's not going to be like Joe Namath game worn Super Bowl 3 jersey, but just like something within reason, right? But yeah, nice little jersey. That's what it'll be. But has it been Darnold's worst game of the season? It might be. It's either that or the Jags game or the Jets game. He's had like 3 true stinkers, I would say. And this one came at a bad time. So, yeah. Yeah, he did win a playoff game, and I was there to witness it. I will say, I think Darnold has been decidedly better than Keenum this season than Keenum was in 2017. Like, I just think he's a straight up better player, been more productive. Vikings have won more games, but yeah, Case Keenum did win a playoff game and they still moved on from him. And they won't even have to go out and get their quarterback, right? JJ's already on the roster. So, oh gosh, this is going to be a fun offseason. Another offseason of not knowing who our quarterback is going to be. And, oh, did the Vikings make the right move or are they big, stupid idiots? Sorry. Yeah. But Hernan saying if he plays bad in the playoffs, it'll make it a very tough choice. Yeah. I mean, if we lose, see, that's the thing, right? Like, if we lose, especially to the Rams and Stafford, it's like, well, the Rams moved on from their quarterback. Granted, it was Stafford, a more proven commodity, and not this unknown and J.J. McCarthy, right? But in the back of their mind, they might be thinking, we have a shot to maybe just move up at quarterback a little bit. I will say the big thing that would help, and this is what's tough, right? Because a big reason why you might want to go to JJ is, you would save a lot of money as opposed to paying Darnold. And the Vikings have a lot of cap space, so maybe they could be spenders in free agency. The thing that does worry me about that, though, right? I'm seeing like Vikings Twitter being like, well, the difference is you have Sam Darnold or it's J.J. McCarthy and Trey Smith and Wilton Williams. It's like, okay, that's nice, but we don't know if we would sign Trey Smith. Like, that's not a guarantee, right? We could waltz in with all the cap space in the world, but it's not a guarantee that we're going to sign these guys, right? What are the odds the Chiefs have even let Trey Smith become a free agent, right? Or the Eagles let Milton Williams become a free agent? It can be nice to think, oh yeah, we're just going to outbid everyone and get a top 3 guard in free agency, but we don't know that. Score. I don't care. Let the big man score. Trade back for Kirk is always on the table. We're good. We're good. I'd rather bring back Josh Dobbs. Let's go. Here we go. We could still see the Tim Patrick touchdown. Oh, boy. Jamar better than Jettis confirmed. Whatever. Jamar would have scored there instead of fumbling. As a Packers fan, I had to deal with whether Rodgers was staying or leaving for 3 years, so I know what it's like for having an uncertain offseason. That's fair. That's fair. Handing this team that is clearly a contender now off to a guy that is essentially a rookie is such a big risk. It is. No, it is. And I get, believe me, there's the Vikings doomer in me that's like, J.J. McCarthy is going to be so bad. He's not going to be the same after his knee injury, right? That's why it sucks that he got hurt this year, right? This year is supposed to be his growing pains year, and he'd learn and take his lumps, It's all fun and games developing a young quarterback till you actually need to develop him, because oftentimes they do have those growing pains, and there might be a few games of his passes and we lost by 4, and it's hard to stomach those when you feel like you can win right now, but yeah. I think that was an incomplete pass. Anzalone's being smart falling on it, but literally anything you want to offer for Kirk. You can have Ed Ingram. How about that? You can have Ed Ingram. Yeah, we got Sebastian back in here asking if I'm doing okay. I am. I've experienced all the stages of grief. I've had some fun with this. Again, in the grand scheme of things, yes, this sucks. This really sucks. Of course, losing's no fun. I'll be all right, though, right? Hey, I said may the best team win. The best team has won, you know. The best team has won. But we got Glenn Sprigg in here too. Welcome to the stream, Glenn. Good to have you in here. Saying you just did a video this week about the Lions going for it on 4th down and you thought they wouldn't do it here. Oh, I mean, we all knew this was coming, right? This is the Lions brand of football. Hey, respect, right? They're going for the win. They got us. Are they actually going to call it a fumble? Ah, nice deal. All right, so Ed Ingram will be shipped off to the Falcons for Kirk Cousins. There's another questionable starting QB from Michigan that ended up pretty well. How about Joe Milton having a nice little game right there? But Sebastian got preoccupied with other stuff, so he couldn't tune in for most of the game. But judging by what's happened in the game, that might have been the right choice. Yeah. 4th and 15, baby. For the season. For pride. Darnold is pressured, and it's short. Let's go. Oh, that's too bad. I don't want to hear about your... I mean, that's not a consolation. I'm not like, yes, Sebastian's dinner didn't turn out well. That'll show him. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, they're doing 7 Nation Army. Well, can we turn Chew Clock on, please? Get me out of this game. Get me out of this game. Here we go. Here comes the Lions stat pad. Holding. No stat padding on us. Jeepers creepers. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Brock Wright. Another relic from those early Lions years, man. Dude, I gotta say, when I went through every single Lions 4th down from my most recent video, it was hilarious going back to the 2021 Lions. Seeing some of those names, I mean, you know, I, I used a Jamal Williams clip, right? And I looked up Jamal Williams clips for edits because that's a good way to like get non-copyrighted footage, right? And I just wanted a nice shot of Jamal Williams running. This might sound weird because I'm not even a Lions fan, but I'm not going to lie. Watching that Jamal Williams edit actually kind of got me a little emotional just because like it seemed like he was the perfect figurehead for like those early Lions teams, like even the team that went 9-8 and just missed out on the playoffs, right? Like they weren't that good, but they were fun and he was fun and he had the perfect energy for like these up and coming Lions teams, right? Like, and it's just such a shame he's not on the team given how good they are right now, right? It would have been so sick to see him stick it out the full time. Obviously, they made the right move going to Monty, right? But like, that would have been pretty sick if Jamal Williams was still on this team, you know. But you got to respect all the guys that have been there the whole time, you know, the Khalif Raymonds of the world, you know, like, man, what a journey it's been for the Detroit Lions. From laughingstock to the mighty 15-2 number 1 seed that will punch you in the mouth, and just as you're about to get back up again, they punch you even harder. Yeah. No, I get it, right? He was the heart and soul, man. Like, you know, it's so funny to look back, like the insane foreshadowing. 2 years ago, the final game of the regular season was Packers-Lions, right? Lions didn't have anything to play for because the Seahawks got their spot. Like just like how much fun the Lions had with their Sunday Night Football intros, right? Like Jamal Williams doing the anime and, you know, Barry Sanders University, right? Like you could tell they were having fun because they hadn't, a lot of those guys had never recorded an SNF intro before, right? It's like, all right, let's do these Sunday Night Football. Like you guys are on Sunday Night Football. It's been a while for the Lions doing that. And then Jamal Williams after the game, like, man, we're the Detroit Lions. Stop playing with us, right? That was crazy foreshadowing. And little did we know what was, I mean, you could kind of see it coming, but like, it is kind of fascinating to look back on that game. That is truly one of the biggest turning points in NFL history. It was Aaron Rodgers' final game as a Packer, right? And it was the beginning of a brewing of a storm for the Lions and what they've become now. But it has been crazy. Ryan Astley saying I should do a playoff bracket prediction stream. You are in luck, my friend, because that is exactly what I'm doing on Thursday. So you are in luck. That is exactly what I'm going to be doing. We're going to lock in for that. That should be fun. But yeah, everyone hyped up Rodgers as the winning in game, but the Lions got him. And that was to be shown that in fact, they were the Detroit Lions. They're not to be played with. The Lions went for it on fourth down to ice the game, right? Insane foreshadowing. Man, those Lions feel like a long ways away now, don't they? These Lions aren't just plucky and fun. They're just straight up good. Some might even say they're the best. Man, Jameson got his 1,000 yards. No, no. Parachamp asking, what do I think about my chances of beating or our chances of beating the Rams next week? I might need a day to think about it. But Herndon's going to hop off. Good luck with LA and a great stream. Looking forward to the next one. Appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in, man. Gabe saying an exciting player that no one would ever cheer for. Negative happening. Daniel Jones, QB1. There's JJ McCarthy. Here we go. The quarterback conversation has begun already. Yeah. Man, what can you do? Cook. Let's just run this game out. There you go, Ivan Pace. Pad the TFLs right there. Reed saying, I mean, the Vikes have a better chance to win than the Packers at Philly. That's going to be a tough one. I don't know. I mean, probably. We'll have some good games. That's what I'll say. I'm actually going to need to, like, sit down and think about this because, to be honest with you, I don't know who I'm going to pick for those games right now. I'm going to have to, like, lock in and think about that a little bit. Look at the flow on JJ. He looks a little skinnier. He's majestic. Hurts might be in full Tua mode. Yeah, he has been dealing with that concussion. That would be a big deal. That'd be a legitimately big deal. All right, so are the Lions... I mean, do you just go for it to try and kill off the rest of the clock, right? There's Teddy. Oh, you're on the wrong team. You're supposed to come back to us. Teddy's going to retire a Lion. Everyone's going to know him as a Lion. Yeah, they are going to. You might as well, right? First down, just end the game. Get out of here. They're going for it. Yeah, I might as well. And he's short. He's short. Ah, man. They're not even going to stop the clock. They don't care. They're just like, let's get out of here. Oh, no, they let it run down like 10 seconds. Whatever. Man, I've got my hand on my Xbox controller right now, ready to turn this game off. Rams on Monday night. Goodness. Goodness. I don't even know what noise I made. The Vikings season, the regular season, poignantly and ironically, ends in victory formation, but it is a defeat for the Minnesota Vikings. We have a long week to lick our wounds, and lick our wounds we must because we suffered great gashes in a battle with the Detroit Lions today. Today, we were served humble pie. Today, we were punched in the mouth. How will we respond? Next Monday, we will find out. Minnesota Vikings, I challenge you to respond. Show me something next week. We got hurt today. We got battered and bruised and just straight up outplayed. We were the worst team on the field today. But next week is a new week. And next week, we have the chance to respond. We have something so great in our hands, and that is the luxury of opportunity. And this opportunity we must take. Skol Vikings, even in defeat. Even in grand defeat, it is Skol Vikings till the day I die. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. As always, this was a lot of fun. Obviously, not the ideal results, but what can you do? You can't win them all. You can't win the division every year. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. But these Lions' necks are pretty strong. That was a good game. Good game to the Lions. Good game to the NFC North. I am going to lay down in bed now, and I'm going to watch at least one episode of Community to try and cheer me up. And then tomorrow the sun will rise, and it will be a new day. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate it, as always.